Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You're listening to the What It Do podcast.
There was a concert in town for like Frankie J and Baby Bash and Natalie.
I remember that.
Yeah, and so I was talking to my dad. He took me, and he goes, "Why don't you ask to go backstage?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "The worst thing they're gonna say is no." I got to meet them all, get all their autographs, and then I got to announce Frankie J as the headliner on stage.
What the fuck, really?
Dude, it was so bad. I was so nervous, but I was like, "Are you ready for Frankie J?" And everybody was like, "Prah." And then, and that was
cooler than this, bro.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
No, I'm telling you, like, I feel the same way, dude. Like, this is so cool, man. I appreciate being here, dude.
Oh, dude, thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming, for sure.
That's the biggest part, dude, is getting people to come.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, my switcher wasn't working for whatever reason.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to finish posting this.
Everybody look good over there, Tiff?
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody looks good.
Everybody's sitting
I
there.
just wish I knew how to spell better.
Well, I can help you with that.
Spell check, bro.
Spell check.
Chat GPT.
Yeah.
That's too much work.
I'm a Grok guy, dude.
Grok?
I like Grok.
I haven't used Grok.
Dude, so I paid for a couple of months of the subscription, and like, dude, we ended up having we actually ended up just like just normal conversation, like what would you do? And honestly, I would take pictures of like your triplex pumps and stuff, and I would just be like, what's the rotation of this?
Oh.
It would tell me.
And it'll tell you?
Yeah, because sometimes you run into those wells or those compressors that are just super old. They don't
Oh, yeah.
nothing.
Like, there's pump jacks like that. They have to rotate a certain way.
Yes.
And then you have to rewire it to get... Now, a lot of them do have that arrow on there, but I have seen older ones that you can see where the arrow used to be.
Oh, yeah.
But you're like, that doesn't tell me nothing. You know, there's no direction there.
I recently started using it.
What, the direction on the pump?
No,
Grok?
Just
or
AI?
just AI in general.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I never used it before. So now I'm 3D printing shit, right? Which I showed you
Yeah.
what I was 3D printing.
Yeah.
That's cool, by the way.
Fuck yeah,
is,
dude. And I'm like, I want to make shit, right? Like I made a hydroseeder, but I want to make a nozzle, you know? So I'm like, fuck, I don't have no idea how to design nothing on fucking Bamboo Lab or any of the AutoCAD shit. So I put it on fucking I asked Google, right? So Google, their AI, they fucking told me exactly.
Gemini. It's good.
Gemini?
It's good. It's good.
Step by step on what I need to do on Bamboo Lab. How do I need, like, what I need to look up and then change my parameters on all the shit to make my nozzle.
That's badass.
But it also told me, because I put PLA, he's like, you don't want to use PLA because that bitch is just going to blow up. You know, they need to get PET and G.
What is this?
Filament.
Yeah.
Oh, the filament for your
filament.
3D printer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got me some.
Oh, nice.
So, dude, I was like, this is badass. Like, I don't even have to try to figure this out. It'll tell me step by step.
So is it like different densities in it? Is that what, like PLA?
It's stronger. Actually, the PLA is just like your general shit. You know, you can make it.
It's shitty plastic.
Fuck. Yeah, pretty much shitty plastic.
Okay.
And I made a little Grim Reaper I was gonna bring because it hangs on the side.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
yeah, it's a cool little thing. And the other one, the PET and G, is more flexible. It's a little more rigid. Not rigid. It's flexible.
Okay.
So it takes more of an impact. That's less sun resistant.
Won't break as easy.
Yeah. And that's what I'm making the eye banker out of.
That's badass.
Fuck yeah, dude! I am mind blown right now. Like, there's so much shit, and I mean, you can do a lot for $20. You know, because that's how much the filament costs. You know,
Yeah.
$20 for I think it's 1,000 grams. I can't even say how many feet that is.
I was gonna say that's what she said.
That's what she said. Not grande. Fuck, I went to this fucking like I did not know, bro. Because I want to get gold, right? And I did not know the different. Did you know how many grams are in an ounce for gold? Do you know?
Well, I'm thinking of my old ways. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
28.
Is that 28 grams?
Are you trying to?
isn't it like 30,
31.
31? Okay.
31.15
That's
grams.
the actual.
Yes.
Yeah. Not my old.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
No, don't.
Yeah.
It's a trick, Abraham.
It's a trick question.
Don't answer, dude.
You get back in there, Tinks. You don't come out. That's old. That's in the past.
That's
You stay in the
old.
I was
past.
like, are you
Sold
called out
Abraham.
here?
Get back down there.
Yeah. So I didn't know that, you know. So I'm like, well, how much fucking gold do I have to find, right, to make my day worth it? So that way I don't lose money, because that's where I'm at, you know. Well, I at least got to get 2 fucking grams, so I don't waste my entire fucking day. It's like,
Yeah.
at least I made something, you know.
So
You did it.
I honestly believe, bro, that where I'm going, because I mean we went. Right? I think I told you about this. I'll be surprised if I don't get at least half an ounce.
Bro.
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Of gold.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I'll go.
What is that? $2,500 in today's prices right
Yeah,
now?
it's 40. Well, this morning was 43.65.
Oh, it's gone down a little bit, but still.
Oh yeah, still a lot. See, I got my numbers down.
yeah. I was like, oh dang, he be looking at this like right now. He's got live charts on the thing.
Yeah, bro. I fucking because I'm like, I need a 3D print me some little
Oh, yes,
molds
I
and
see
shit. But I'm
it.
like, I can't do it.
When you get your gold, are you going to take it to Mike's?
fuck no, fuck no. Well, I don't know. It depends on what Mike's gonna pay. You know, don't give me any of those
I like
overages.
Mike.
I like Mike.
He buys gold,
Win.
which it's kind of crazy. Like I didn't know, because I kind of went deep diving. You know, I don't know if you know what 24K means, 18K.
Oh, yeah.
You do know
The
all
purity.
Yeah, it's the purity, which is
The higher the number, the higher the purity.
the higher the purity, but it's broken down 24 parts per gold. So if it's fucking like 18K, right?
Yeah,
It's 18 parts gold. The rest of it's fucking some alloy.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't know that.
What blows me
But I
away
did know that.
is like when people buy white gold or rose gold, it's actually you're
Your
paying
camera
more.
is getting fuzzy.
Damn it! It's actually
Oh, there it goes. It fixed.
it's actually costs you more than when you buy like say not 24 karat gold, but let's say 18 karat or 14 karat gold, right? If you're buying rose gold or white gold, the price you're going to pay at the store is higher. But it doesn't make no sense because white gold has contents of silver in it, so it should be lower. It's not.
Right.
It's not pure.
It's not
Oh,
pure
okay.
gold.
Pure. Same thing with rose gold. It's got contents of copper in it.
That makes
shouldn't
sense.
be-
Yeah,
It should be worth as
It
much.
should be
as
worth
this
less.
is
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be worth less.
I wonder why.
It's a fad.
Fucking tariffs.
It totally is.
Yeah.
It is.
Like I wear white gold.
Do you?
I like white gold though.
Yeah.
Like
It's
class ring is
nice,
white
and
gold.
most people think
Get a
it's
little bit
silver.
closer. That mic.
Okay.
you can pull it towards you.
Yeah, you can put it
Oh,
towards
I-
you.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can
yeah.
angle that thing however you want.
No, but no, man, I wear white gold, and I like it because most people think it's silver. Like, it's not too flashy. It doesn't say, oh, you know, whatever. Like,
You don't look like a drug dealer.
yeah. Well, I always will until these face tattoos are completely gone, dude. There's nothing I can do about that. But you know, yeah, no, I enjoy it, and but like a canary yellow gold. Do you guys know about that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what is that? Because they say it's different, but like, why is it
What
different?
do they add to it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just different alloys.
It really?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's like this bright, like kind of pretty yellow, man.
Yeah.
You know, and so like I was like wondering.
I wonder what they add to that. Hey,
White
Tiff,
gold is often alloyed with more expensive metals like palladium or nickel, and sometimes it includes platinum.
She's our Jamie.
Oh, that's dope.
What about canary yellow gold?
Canary yellow gold. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had mentioned your face tattoos a while ago, and I had saw that they were faded.
Yeah.
How long does it take to get them?
So long, man. So I've had 24 sessions over the last 2 years, and they're still here. Moral of that story is don't go getting face tattoos. It happened. Yeah. So I got this one, and just to be completely just like flat out honest, man, my tattoo artist is super dope, and I love him. You know, because he did my arms and everything, but like it was like 3 days after I got this one, I was like, let's get this one. It was actually a day after I got this one. I was like, let's get this one, and so I got that one, and it was about 2 days after that I said, this is probably the worst decision of my life. Why did I do this?
Damn it!
I was completely sober. I was not locked up. I was not on drugs or anything like that. I was just crazy.
Spur of the moment thing, like
Yeah, it
Yeah.
absolutely was. You know, I was in college for theology at the
That's
time.
okay. When you told me that, bro, he's like, because he's an electrician, right? If everybody doesn't know,
Yeah.
Mr. Ryan, he's an electrician. And
Can you introduce him?
Oh yeah, hold on a second. Fuck, before I fucking
Let's
go,
rewind.
I got
We're
all,
just hanging out, man.
we just coming on. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the What to Do podcast. In the studio this week, we got Mr. Ryan. How do you say your last name?
Oh, Fortenberry.
Fortenberry. Okay,
yeah,
the Wild
that's it.
Fortenberry. So we're gonna call the
Yeah,
Wild
that's what
Fortenberry.
everybody-
Wild Fortenberry. Episode title.
Yeah.
Yep.
And again, thanks for coming on. Man.
Welcome.
It's not a problem, man. Thanks for having me.
So I forgot my question. I got a little too.
We were
excited.
talking about we're talking about face tattoos.
I said I was in college for theology.
Oh, yeah,
theology.
the
There you
theology.
go.
Okay, that kind of I don't know why,
Theology,
but that
wow.
kind of blew my mind. I was like, damn, like I don't. it kind of threw me off because it's not something I would. I mean, I don't know anybody who's been to college for theology. Actually, I don't know.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what got you to take theology?
I honestly, I met a chaplain, right? And then I talked to my dad who was in prison, and he was telling me about how chaplains work, right? Because this chaplain was very helpful inside of like a really like kind of rough time. And so he was always there, he was always present, and he had like an assistant chaplain who obviously was in training. But whenever he kind of told me about how it all worked, and then my dad told me how it worked inside of prisons, which is super cool, man. So inside of prison, what you have to do is you don't get to choose your religion as far as being a chaplain. What you have to do is you have to make sure the Native Americans have everything that they need. You have to make sure that the Inuits have everything they need for their rituals. You have to make sure every single religion is taken care of. You don't get a choice, right? And that's what my dad told me, right? And he's been there. But so I mean, you could probably hear something different from somebody else, but I heard that and I was like, that sounds super cool, man. And I would use the opportunity to talk to people about Jesus. And so that's what I started doing. And I even told you, I was all geared up whenever that happened. You know, I was like, oh, dude, I'm going to go to college for theology. It was kind of crazy. I regret that now. But you know, and so, but yeah, no, that's what led me to it is like the fact that like I'm very drawn to Christ as a person, and I felt like that was the opportunity, right? Even if I had to provide every other thing for all these other religions, I could just be like,
it was your calling.
I want you to know I'm a Christian, you know? Yeah. And so like, man, it leads me to like, I'm just not made for this world, man. I tried to make some bad decisions a long time ago. Mm-hmm. I ended up sitting there and talking to all of the people about Jesus, and I was like, probably should go home, you know? But yeah, that's what led me to like the theology degree. And like, I don't talk about it and I don't argue about it because my older brother also has a degree in theology. And so he is very much like, he's into that.
He's very deep in it.
Yeah. He'll prove his point to you no matter what.
Okay.
And so I take the back seat and I'm like, I'll just hang out, man. You got your thing, dude. I mean, anyway, that's my Jesus talk.
Yeah.
You know?
So
very interesting.
So with you accommodating all these different religions, how much did you study into all of them?
Dude, so I've never read the Quran. Never, ever, ever. Uh-huh. But mostly I got the just the understanding from people who had gone to prison. I'm going to be honest with you, you know? Like my dad, he would participate in every single religious ceremony. All of them. The Jewish, the Messianic Jews, the Native Americans, he would just go. All Sunday long or all Wednesday, whatever he could use as an excuse not to sit in a cell. And he told me a bunch of really cool things. Like tobacco is definitely spiritual, dude. Like for Native Americans. Also, Messianic Jews follow every single Jewish custom, like all the Passover and you know and all of that stuff. But they also believe that Jesus was a real human being and he freed us of our like all of our stuff, man. And that's how I learned most of like what I wanted to know about being a chaplain was like through experience of my dad and my brother. And,
Okay.
You know, so
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Damn.
How, was this local? You went to school here in Nashville?
No. I did go to school in Liberty University. So I did most of my stuff online. But it was in Lynchburg, Virginia, and that was super great. I loved it. They're a very, very good school. I ended up in rehab in between, and I had to file for like a student appeal, and then like rehab wouldn't let me just like do that. So I had very limited access to a phone. They were afraid I was going to call a drug dealer or something crazy like that. And because you can just throw it over the fence at Journey, dude. Like
throw the wire over the fence.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's just a 6 foot tall plane, dude. You can just be like, hey, what do you need? You know, I mean, you're talking.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no. In between that time, like every single person I ever talked to at Liberty University said the same thing. They were like, file an appeal, tell them what happened, and I'm sure we'll let you finish out, right? Mm-hmm. So. I had knee surgery in rehab while I was there, and I I don't have my phone. Verizon towers are all.
Oh, they're all
yeah,
down.
yeah, they're all down. But yeah,
For some of us.
so for me,
How many years clean now?
so golly, 13 for meth.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
congrats.
I got off meth whenever I was 19 years old, man.
Oh, that shit's a motherfucker, man. That was my drug of choice when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and I was a kid, and that was a rough time, man. Yeah, I'm
Well,
sure you felt it.
I met my wife, she was just like, that's it. I can't be with somebody who does that shit. And I don't know what I was in love, I guess, because that's the last time I ever touched it. I had one of my moments of clarity. I think I've talked about it before.
Oh, yeah.
I was sitting in a room, and there was
I
fucking,
remember
God,
this story.
I want to say it was maybe 8 or 10 of us in that room, and we had access to a lot of this shit, you know? And my moment of clarity is that I remember I grabbed the pipe and I smoked it, and I passed it off to the guy next to me, and he smoked it, puff passes basically as it came around, and that shit got packed, we pack it in between every few people. Well, anyways, I noticed that nobody was talking. It's kind of weird because all of a sudden there's like this quiet came over everybody. And I'm like, oh shit, no one's talking. I'm like, I guess I'm hearing voices in my head.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, ain't nobody talking.
We're all having a good time.
Yeah, bro, that's what I thought. I didn't realize. Fuck, it's quiet. It's just me. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching this fucking pipe go across, right? And no one's talking. Everyone's just staring at the pipe. Mm-hmm. And it comes to me, and I remember grabbing it, and I'm so mind blown about what's going on. Yeah. Like everyone's like a zombie. And I remember grabbing the pipe and I passed it to the next guy, while I'm staring at everybody and nothing. I hear nothing. It's just, you can tell, someone got a little bit excited because it's, hey, the one less smoking,
one less,
Yeah. And that was the last time, bro. I remember getting up and walking out and never talked to any of those people ever again.
Golly, man. Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, this is not where I want to be,
Yeah.
It sucked. Goddamn. I don't know. I'm sure people that are familiar with it, every now and then you get this fucking taste in the back of your throat. Like to me is when I yawn.
Oh, really?
When I yawn, I get this drop down the back of my throat, and I'm like, I taste it, and I start getting shaky.
Oh, a little shaky? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
Heard that often. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, that fucking, that's just the devil. I mean, I'll say that's just the fuck. I've seen it destroy fucking lives, man. And I'm just, you try to tell people, but how do you get through to them without their fucking moment? You gotta have their moment.
They have to go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the worst part about it is you want to help people so bad, but you have to let them go through it.
You ever have a struggle like that, man?
Not really. Not to where I was stuck on something. Mine was I just couldn't stay out of fucking trouble. I went through this fucking period in my life where I was in and out of jail. Like if anybody asked about me, he's either out of jail, about to get in trouble, and get back into jail. That was the revolving. I was in the revolving door. It was constant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And not till when I got out of prison, even then, I was still fucking up. I was on parole and probation at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're on probation?
How'd you do that?
And parole?
How'd you do that?
Yeah. That doesn't make no fucking sense at all, right? Like, it's like, when I got out, I was really focused on, I had 2 jobs, I was just staying busy. But then I was so keeping busy like that, I didn't have a life. So then I wanted to step out here and there and meet up with some old friends and do some of the old shit. And that's where it fucked up again. Boom, there you go again. And then the moment of clarity, though, was I was just done with it. I was like, you know what? This is fucking stupid. Like, I'm trying to rebuild my fucking life. Like, I threw away my 20s. I'm 30 years old, and I'm still fucking up. I'm like, I just need to get my shit together finally and stop this. And then I just did. Like, and then it was like, and then things just started happening for me, like, better. Like, I got custody of my daughter, which that moment in itself was like, okay, now somebody's depending on me.
Yeah,
completely. It's like, it's just me and it's just her.
Yeah, you don't have time for that.
No.
Yeah.
So then after that, it was just balls to the wall. I'm going to make something happen for us. And
that's what's
it's
up,
been
man.
that way ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah, my drug issue got taken over by food. Fucking calories by the fucking calories. Yeah, bro.
It's the same.
It's the same
dude.
shit,
Yeah.
But I would get that itch. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. I got this little, I'm going to go get something to eat.
Yeah.
Something to eat. That'll just fucking, I'll let the carbs work. That way it'll make me docile.
Yeah.
Bro, people, like, it's.
That cortisol kicks in.
Yeah, there you go.
It's so difficult for me to eat fast food nowadays just because, like, man, I have this thing where like obviously I want to just be like all organic. Of course, I can't afford that every time, but definitely like staying away from folic acid for like my kids, right? I notice an immediate difference and those kind of things. So like the other day, somebody texted me and said, "Hey, do you want me to pick up some McDonald's or whatever?" And I was like, "Absolutely not. That shit is poison, dude.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
I'm not gonna do that."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's my feeling about most foods. Like most fast foods, most store bought foods are literally. I literally feel like folic acid is the devil. I swear to God, folic acid.
Really?
When you go ahead.
No, what exactly is folic acid? I've heard this, but my issue is like it's like a sugar craving. It's like an ice craving. It's just like, damn, I want fucking junk food. I just want fucking junk food.
I've heard stories that sugar is more addictive than heroin.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it.
That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, I've heard that definitely 100%. So we try and stay away from sugar, but I'm not stupid, right? So I want my kids to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? I want them to eat an ice cream and just be happy. But the thing about the folic acid thing is like, so a long time ago we had like berry in like Japan and stuff. This is my understanding, right? We had all of that. So what we did was we started washing out all the nutrients that came inside of our rice and all of our noodles. And then what we did was we created a synthetic version of what's called methylfolate, and we started spraying it on everything to keep preservatives. And so after we started doing all of that, everybody started having these, and autism and all of those things, and I used to not believe in that 100%. But you should see my kids whenever I get rid of the folic acid, and I have L-methylfolate from like Tomlinson's or the Nature Store, and I give them drops of that. Dude, we're talking within 3 days, those kids are the best behaved, non-zombified, just like people. The bags under their eyes automatically disappear. You're just like, what happened?
Yeah.
Hold on, you got to put me on this shit because
Folic acid is a synthetic form of vitamin B9 that is essential for cell growth, DNA synthesis, and red blood cell production.
that's folic acid.
No, that's
folic
synthetic.
acid.
That's folic acid.
Okay.
So if we look up methylfolate, right? If we look up and there's this guy, man, and he talks about it. He's not even a doctor, dude. What he is, he's a what is he? He's a biological scientist, and he started
Gary Brecka.
Maybe
Okay.
tall white guy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's probably him, and he talks about it, and I just started doing it with my oldest, man, and it's absolutely changed. Like sometimes she'll be at my house, and she'll literally be like a zombie, and I'm like, "What? Are you okay? Like, have you been sleeping?" And like I ask her, like I go through all this list of questions, and she'll say, "No, I'm fine. Everything's fine." Blah blah blah, and just kind of moseying around, dude. And,
Okay.
I mean, and we can talk about that as far as like the other things too, but like I literally feel like folic acid is causing a lot of harm inside of our children and all that stuff. So
I've heard that a lot, man, but it's kind of one of those, you get so inundated with so much shit online, whether it be through TikTok, Facebook, because I've watched a lot of Gary Brecka's videos,
Yeah.
So, of course, if you read the comments, people are for it, people talk shit about him, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
everybody has their opinion.
Yeah, I kind of take it with a grain of salt until I hear somebody firsthand. Like,
Yeah.
now that you're saying it, I'm like, okay, you saw the difference. It's just not a fucking video clip on Facebook,
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I see the difference. Like I can show you. I took pictures.
Oh,
pictures.
no shit.
So, we're separated, me and my ex-wife, right? And so the thing about it is, like, I took pictures from the minute that they had came over, not from my ex-wife's house, but from my Nana's house. Mm-hmm. And now my Nana is literally on the same page. Like, she's like, nah, get rid of all the plastics. She's going hardcore crunchy mom.
Oh, shit.
But I will tell you, like the one thing is I literally took pictures the day they came over, and then 2 days after, and it was like, there's a noticeable difference. There's like a spark in the eyes. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it was really cool to see, man. Because it's like you're getting your kids back.
Damn, that's fucking nuts,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
So when you go to the grocery store, you're looking at all the ingredients and
every little thing.
That's good.
There's an app that I use. I scan it, and what surprised me the most is like 98% of HEB stuff is like super great. right?
Yeah.
Their tortillas are not. Dude, I am so sorry.
Yeah,
That is
the tortillas that they make.
Yes.
Oh, God damn it! Don't do this to me.
I was upset too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the only one.
Yeah.
That I was really upset with.
When we've been on this kick for a little while as far as like healthy eating. We got into this whole thing with and I had saw it somewhere, and then we had another podcast and we talked about it. So when you're looking at the packages, the K with the circle around it, or the U with a circle around it. So the K is kosher.
Kosher, yeah.
The U is
Orthodox
Union.
Yeah.
So those are good foods to get. If you see that. So like say you're looking at a row of peanut butter.
Yeah.
And there's only like 3 of them that have the K or the U on them. Those are the ones that you want to get, not the other ones, because the other ones have all kinds of extra shit in them. Even if they're not, and sometimes they don't even list them. Yeah. They should list them,
which is mind blowing because I'm like, because I buy rice. We're a Mexican family.
You don't think about it, right?
Fuck no, you don't. So I was getting this is the HEB brand, you know.
Yeah.
And you look at the back, and it's just fucking enriched flour. I mean, enriched, whatever the unbleached or whatever, bleached, whatever the fuck, Yeah. And I'm sitting there mind blown, and my wife was just like, "Why aren't you buying the jasmine rice?" I'm like, "Cause it's all the fucking same." Yeah, it's not the same. It's
not.
I sit there, I pick up that jasmine rice, and I see a nice little K on it. So you turn it around, look at the ingredients. What's the ingredients? Jasmine rice.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So there is a big difference, man, and. I know, like with me, I notice because sometimes I'm just like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why can't I can't form sentences? I feel dumb sometimes, like fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it has anything to do, obviously it has to do with my diet, but I'm just like, which is fucking crazy to me too, though. Cause it's like, I have this memory wipe. Yeah. Cause I'll be sitting there and I'll eat this shitty food. Then all of a sudden it's just like, what was I talking about?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll just go back to business as usual.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? But the crazy part, I notice it. Like I always wondered. I was like, does a crazy person know that he's crazy?
No.
Never.
He doesn't know. Okay, so
he thinks everybody else is crazy.
That's so true.
What's that, Tiffany?
I say you're just a little more aware.
I guess so, because I'm just like, but why am I? It's almost like I'm playing this fucking video game that restarts and
like midway.
Yeah, I'm respawning and I'm like, what the fuck was I talking
it's
about?
Like GTA, you started back over again.
Yeah.
Like, all right, checkpoint.
Climbing out of the car with a hooker. No, not that one. My bad.
You're good.
Yeah. Which is
you play that game different.
Which is funny because I'm gonna where can you buy this stuff? This methylated. What do you call it? Methylfolate.
Methylfolate. Yeah. So I buy it at the nature store right next to Hobby Lobby. That's where I get it.
That's right.
And so I go there, and I've tried a couple of different other things because, like, first of all, they wanted to say that my oldest was ADHD, and here's my problem: is you want a child to sit in a desk for 8 hours and just behave.
Yeah,
that sounds stupid. You're going to give them 30-minute lunch and a 30-minute recess, and then expect them to sit back down. I was like, we're going to figure out some stuff, and they even wanted to stick her on. Not Ritalin, it was Adderall. They wanted to stick her on Adderall.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, we're not ever gonna do that. And I drew a line in the sand right there. I was like, we're not ever doing that, dude. Yeah. Trust me. And so I actually took that seriously. I wanted to help my daughter because if this is a true thing and we can't pay attention, then we need to figure this thing out. And now she is my number one fan. She is the only reason that I got my journeyman's. Because every single day she would be like, "Dad, did you take your journeyman's yet?"
Oh,
and I'm
shit.
like, "No." She's like, "Okay, when's that gonna happen?" And I'm like, "All right." But yeah, no, it's just moving around that whole situation of like what society tells you. I believe doctors are super good for broken bones and like if your kidney ruptures and those kind of things. I do not believe doctors are meant to fix you as far as like the way you feel.
Yeah, we're responsible for ourselves.
Yeah. Like I believe that there's definitely nutrients missing in somebody's body whenever that kind of thing happens. So, and I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
We should probably make the disclaimer.
Yeah, no, there it is, right there.
I'm not a doctor.
We're not doctors. We're not professionals. We're
even a little bit.
Take this advice at your own risk. Okay?
Yes, entertainment purposes only.
Yes,
which is crazy. I did give in. I was like that for the longest time, and I could not. This is before I even knew anything about this stuff, And we got my youngest on Concerta, which is basically like I was like, I'll do it. Like I'm at the point where I was like, his grades are suffering. I don't know what else to do. I don't know, And I was like, but let's get him on the lowest generic dose you can possibly, and we'll start there, you know, and it helped a lot.
Okay.
You know, but still, we don't give it to him on the weekends. Like summer's over. He's not taking it.
Yeah.
Whereas I just need you to fucking make it through the school week, you know, because I need you.
Focus.
There was a lot of problems, you know, there was a lot.
I actually appreciate that point of view, man, because like I'm all against it and you're telling me that it actually helped.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
But the reason I'm saying it though, is there another way? You know, with the methylfolate, is that the other way?
I absolutely believe. Okay, so a lot of people want instant gratification. I think we've grown up in an entire world of that, right? You know, with our tablets, our phones, our, you know, everything. And so I think that like as long as you're willing to have the time and the patience to let that kind of thing work, it's going to work.
Yeah.
Golly, it gets rough for a second there because you're pulling them off of the stimulants and you're giving them the nutrients that their body actually craves.
Yeah.
Now, just bragging about my oldest again, golly. But my oldest, I'll make dinner every night, dude. It's my favorite thing to do. I love to cook. You can't stop me. And I'll make dinner for her and she'll say, well, I'm not hungry. And I was like, well, why don't you eat? And she goes, well, and this may be indoctrination, like just a little bit. She was like, the 3-meal system was invented by the Rockefellers like a long time ago. We're not doing that.
She's telling you this?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. No,
She ain't lying though.
No.
She was like, I'm just gonna eat when I'm hungry. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. That's what the Bible teaches us to do. You know. So.
Yeah.
Well,
She's not
believe
lying
that.
though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
She's absolutely
I
right.
believe that totally, man. That's something that I adamantly try to break with my family. Because when we grew up, it was you got served. You don't get out of the table. You don't get out, you know, from the table until you finish your food.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and of course that was always instilled as like, I know when I had my kids, you know, and they were done eating, I'm like, fuck, well, pass me your plate. Fuck, because it was like stuck in my head, you know. I was like,
Yeah.
it's
I'll
like,
eat that.
you know, all this food's going to waste, and I'm not gonna let it go to waste because you know we weren't allowed to do that. But now I've never done that with my kids. And when you're done eating, just get up and go. You know, and then I'm not gonna force you to fucking eat. I'm not gonna force you to be like, oh, there's, you know, guilt you into there's starving kids in Africa and shit like that, you know. And because that's what when we grew up, that's what it was. I was like, no, you eat.
Yeah.
You eat until everyone's fucking done with their food, and I'm like, you know, of course, my mom, you know, she's still stuck in her ways. She's like, oh no, serve them again. I was like, no, Mom, when they're done, you know, don't make them eat if they're not hungry. Don't
You
make
don't
them
need
eat.
2-3 plates, you know, just you're just trying to satisfy your hunger.
Yeah,
You know.
and my mom's all like, oh, they're all so skinny, and I'm like, they're fucking healthy.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's like, well, you're not healthy. And I'm like, no, because it's your fault. Fuck. I'm like,
Feed me, dude.
yeah, dude. It's like, I just got here to your house and you're making something to eat.
Yeah.
You know, I get that's the way you show love.
That was
you show your
that
affection.
tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, chill. I told you I'm not hungry. Why are you cooking? You know, just calm down. If I want good food, you know, if I want to
Like,
eat,
I know
I'll
you're
fucking
hungry.
Dude, that shit right there, Tiffany. That shit right there. I know you're hungry.
Yeah.
No, you don't know I'm hungry. What
Yeah,
the
you're
fuck?
just saying shit.
Yeah.
She
Are they
reminds me
trying
of
to-
my grandmother from, of course, she passed away now, but my grandmother in Del Rio. The way the house was designed was around the kitchen. Like they had a big house. My grandparents had a big house, but everything revolved around that kitchen. And that kitchen light
was always on.
was always on. There was always a fresh pot of coffee. Like their house was like when we would show up, there was always, you know, like it was crazy. Like we would show up to visit, but there was always people stopping by, like constantly. And she always had food ready to go. Like she was like,
There's always a
there was
pot bowl.
always
and-
something going. Yeah. And it was like, man, there's like nonstop. That kitchen stayed 24 hours going, you know. Like there was food being cooked overnight for the next day.
This is back when it was affordable. Shit, you couldn't do
Dang,
that shit.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah, but it was like, but that's kind of like the tradition of, was it like Mexican culture? I don't know what it was, but
That's
I
what
don't
it
know.
is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, everyone's at work. You know, because if you like in Mexico, right? Everyone gets up ass crack of dawn. Everyone's gone to fucking work.
Yeah.
The only one that's left home is whoever's taking care of the household, which is usually the wife.
Oh yeah.
You know, so when she comes home, there's fucking everyone's coming home.
Yeah.
So you're making food for everybody, and everybody who swings by is either on break or has a day off. So you make something to eat, and it's like, I'm not gonna have nothing, you know, because it's kind of rude not to offer somebody
not
something.
hospitality.
Yeah, there you go. It's not hospitable. So you want to always have something for somebody, on the off chance someone fucking shows up.
Yeah.
And even then in my house, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm not about to feed you.
I'm not about to.
I'm just kidding. I feed everybody. That's the shitty part.
I usually just try to offer drinks, when people come over. Like, hey, you want a water or Coke or something, whatever.
Never offered me shit.
He never come over, so he never comes
How
over.
dare you, dude?
How
dare you?
How dare you?
If you came over, we'd be in the backyard drinking whiskey, so that's probably why you don't come over.
Dang.
That's
I already have a problem with my whiskey. My
Exactly.
fucking liver already hurts.
My kid's great grandma, she's very much like that. She, every time we go over, it's instantly like, have you eaten? Would you eat? And they can tell you, we already ate. We just ate.
Doesn't matter. They're still fucking.
Let me make you a sandwich. No, let me make you a sandwich. Or I just made some fideo. Here you go. Whatever. Eat something. Eat something. Just constantly push it in.
Shove it in your mouth.
And then when we're leaving, take this bag. It's a big bag full of chips and all kinds of other stuff.
Now that I'm grown, everyone offers me fucking beer. And I'm like,
That's it.
yeah, dude. I'm like,
Is there a K on this? No,
let's make sure, dude. No, so my deal with my kids is like I'm already screwed, dude. I've done it. I've been. I'm not gonna win this life, dude. But they might have a chance, dude. And that's what's important to me. So I don't care about the K on whatever I eat. I don't, and I still don't go to fast food places just because I like a home cooked meal. But like, I just their stuff I care about. My stuff, I'm like, nah, I'm good, dude. We're like. Yeah.
Look at that chimney. Look at that chimney at Stripes.
Or corn dog, dude. That's my golly. Anyway, but yeah, it's good. I mean, fast food is good, man, and it tricks you. It tricks you.
It's convenient.
It has all the MSG and everything else that you need to make you
does.
think that it's what you want, and it's not. But anyway, so
no, you're right though.
No, because there'd be times, bro. I'll be driving like when I was driving to Bronx, and I was cruise by and I would stop at this fucking Allsups right there on Main. And I'll be driving, bro, and I don't know what the fuck. I know I stopped, but for some reason it doesn't click. Like I'm out of town, I'm by fucking Orient, and I'm sitting there chowing down this fucking chimichanga, and I'm like, when the fuck did I buy this?
Me and you would be
It's him responding.
Me and you would be talking on the phone, and you'd be like, I don't remember buying this chimichanga.
Yeah,
I'm like, what do you mean you don't remember buying it? How can you not remember? He was like, it's just like it appeared in my hand. I'm like, no, you had to stop somewhere to get that.
I was like, I was on the phone with you the whole time. When did I stop?
Your brain went into autopilot when
Pretty
that
much.
happened.
But I'm telling you,
you
bro,
remember our conversations about how we feel after we would eat this shit?
oh, like absolute dog
like
shit.
now we don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
Like just we feel horrible.
dude, it does. It settles in your stomach and like it messes with it so bad, so. Golly, I mean, I completely agree. You just feel like
damn.
awful, dude.
Dude, it's
like,
bad. It's so fucking bad, and it's heavy. Dude, it'll give me about 45 minutes. I'm ready to take a nap.
Yes, a nap. Yeah. That's the thing, and I think it's because our body actually needs time to process that kind of nonsense that's going in, dude. Like,
so this is too
bro,
much.
Yeah,
we're kicking this body into overdrive. This motherfucker's trying to hold that chimichanga and shit.
a break, dude.
Moral of the story is the diet is massively important.
Yeah.
Like what we put in our bodies has such a major effect on our entire lives. Like your
mentally,
mood,
physically,
everything, how you feel, like
how
just
you function.
everything. You were talking about Nature's Touch. That's where you go to.
Yeah.
So we had another guy on before. His name was Jojo. Shout out Jojo Baquera. He goes there and he does these cleanses.
Oh, really?
Like all these different cleanses.
No way.
He's got a full regimen on just different things. Like say he's going to do a liver cleanse or parasite cleanse or just different ones, but he has a full regimen, and that's the place that he goes to.
That's cool, man. I'm have to look in those cleanse because like the parasite cleanses I want, but like I don't want it to be very heavy because like honestly I want to. So my youngest son, he grinds his teeth, and like they said that could be a sign of a parasite that you have, and so I want to do a parasite cleanse, but I can't have it like an adult. So I mean, I got to look into something like that for a kid, man.
When you go to Nature's Touch, talk to, I think it's Helen. I think she's the holistic doctor there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she'll get you the regimen right.
Okay.
Damn, I gotta try.
Yeah, the holistic.
Yeah, my whole fucking week's been shot. Fuck.
You're good, dude.
Yeah, like with Amy having her thing, bro.
Oh, you've been on the road the whole time?
Bro.
Yeah.
Well, I was taking those fucking those prebiotics, the pre and probiotics. I'm like, I'm gonna get ready because I'm gonna do this fucking liver cleanse, and then it just fucking, I got derailed. Just
everything going on.
Oh yeah, bro, I got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah,
and I was just like, I want to try this fucking That one seems a little more doable. The methylated. Goddamn, why do I keep fixing that up? Methylfolate.
Yeah.
So, because it's just, I know I do this, and I know sometimes I sound fucking retarded.
No.
You know, yeah, I do.
A little bit, dude. We're not
A little bit.
you, dude.
You're a little bit tardy.
We're not
You're a little
gonna
bit tardy.
A little tired.
You know, and
He's our special.
that's the thing. I was never this way. You know what I mean? And I'm just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck is going on with me? And I've noticed it for the past few years. You know, past couple of years, anyways. You know, because I did catch myself. It was a while back where I was listening to some of the old podcasts. You know, and I'm like, damn, I'm talking fine. I got a little too drunk, you know, some of those. But then you can see there's like a fucking cognitive decline.
That just
I feel
makes
like
it better, dude.
It does.
Don't
it?
listen to other people.
You're fine.
Dude, you're doing great.
Ryan, no. We overdid it. At the beginning of this thing, we overdid it. We thought we had to finish a bottle of whiskey to do this thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually,
really?
we were finishing a bottle
we
of
were
whiskey.
finishing a bottle, sometimes two.
What's stopping us?
No.
Just kidding.
What's tomorrow?
No.
A whole fucking all banged up livers with fucking.
No, those were like some crazy podcast. Like I don't even know if people could understand what the hell we were saying.
Dang, man.
Yeah, it was like, what were we doing?
Yeah, we got a few in the pocket that'll never see the light. of
Yeah,
day.
No
absolutely.
way,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
You should like unrelease those whenever
Nah,
you get like a
those
lot of
motherfuckers
followers.
go.
Those are gonna burn in a fire.
Those will get us
For
so canceled.
$19.99 on our Patreon, you can have those unreleased episodes.
yeah.
I think some of those probably ends up in jail and shit.
They might.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they might.
I was like, sorry.
We were just
sorry,
trying to
Benji.
That
figure
was
this
before
thing
my time.
out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was,
And we were so nervous and so like scared. We didn't have cameras because we were scared to be like.
Well, our first episode, we thought World War III was gonna bang out.
yeah,
We're just like,
really?
Yeah, we're probably fixing to go. To
it was a big topic at that time. I don't even know.
I
was
do
it
remember
Ukraine?
that conversation.
What?
When I listened to it.
I think it was,
I don't remember who
yeah, I
it
don't
was,
remember either.
but it was like this whole thing. And of course, we were drinking excessively. So then
The
that
signs.
just really pushes it harder, you know, because now you're drunk, talking crazy. We were just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the crazy
Yeah.
part.
Yeah,
Just
we
the
were
crazy
just
part.
crazy.
Can't wait to see it, guys. Can't wait to see it, guys.
Now we're just waiting for the fucking. Well, it was World War III then. Now I'm just waiting for the aliens to show up.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, dude! Yeah.
I read this thing earlier today, and it was Werner von Braun.
Uh huh.
Of course, you know, if you don't know the history of him,
He's a Nazi.
he's a Nazi. He came over to the United States, and he's the head of NASA. He actually started NASA, and he said the end game for this country will be whenever they start talking about alien. They're going to start introducing aliens to the world.
Through Project Bluebeam.
He didn't say that.
He didn't,
He
okay.
just said, you know, that'll be the end game. And I did read something else about him on his headstone. There's
This is a Bible verse.
it's a Bible verse, and I was like, whoa.
What is it?
Philippians. Could you look that up, Tiffany?
Yes.
Warner
Pull it up,
You mind if I
Jamie.
grab a number?
Warner
go
von
ahead.
Braun.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah. Is he also? Did he own Braun, like the shaving?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
That'd be fucking weird coincidence.
That would be a weird coincidence. Yeah. I mean, just NASA. He's the head of NASA.
Yeah,
you know?
because they brought him over with Project Paperclip, right? That's what it was.
Yeah.
Fuck that show.
Yeah.
Well, it's mind
Okay,
blowing to
what
me.
are we
though.
asking?
What was the Bible verse on Warner?
Okay.
Yeah, von Braun on his headstone.
it.
I think it's Philippians. I just don't know the exact-
1738.
1738.
We back, dude.
What was that? Fetty Wap?
50 watt. I mean,
Baby, don't you come
It-
away.
Let me see. It is the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork.
The firmament.
Firmament, sorry.
That's
Excuse
right.
me.
The head of NASA talking about, on his headstone,
Yes.
something talking about the firmament.
Like-
It's Psalm 19:1.
Oh, it was
Psalm
Psalm. It was a Psalm. Okay. Man.
well, you were going to say something?
No, I mean I thought about it.
Oh, okay.
Do
Oh,
you
okay.
want me to? So here's the thing: is if we're talking King James version, that is the most inaccurate version of
Oh,
the Bible
absolutely.
ever printed. So if we're talking about like firmament, we need to go into something more deep, like like a Strong's Concordance or something, and understand what the Greek is actually talking
A
about. Or the
strong
Hebrew.
concordance.
Yeah, or like a Blue Letter Bible.
Okay.
We need to understand the actual meaning of what we're reading, because a lot of things, what I've noticed personally is a lot of things are taken completely out of context, right?
Uh-huh.
There's a Bible verse that says, and Jesus talked to the devil. And like if you just read that, you'd be like, oh, Jesus and the devil were best buds or whatever, or like, but if you actually look up, of course, context before and after, and then you look up what it actually meant, because like my whole thing with Revelation, sorry, there was something there. My whole thing with Revelation is the fact that like, and I have a very personal view on this, is the fact that like numbers were just as significant as words. So whenever we read something like, oh, the mark of the beast, or, even sevens or even 12s, well, that is not American language, right?
No.
So in America, we believe that like 7 is a value. It has a value. I have 7 pennies. And in the original Hebrew culture, 7 did not have a value as such. It had a value, but it also meant something. So 7 meant perfection. 7 meant like something that was whole and complete.
Okay.
Same thing as 12. And like 6, all it meant was something that was not okay. Like it was just, it had an actual definition, like a word like cat or dog. And I think whenever we get into that whole,
more like a hieroglyphic that means something.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
So I think whenever we get into these people who have the hellfire brimstone kind of idea, I think it's important to let them know that like, dude, if you look at Revelation as like a literal thing, like all completely literal, then you're missing the point of what Revelation is speaking on. Anyway,
Oh no, school me, dude.
but that's the whole Bible though. Like
Yeah.
There's actual meanings. Like the word love in the Bible has like 6 different meanings, and you have to know which one you're speaking on whenever you speak.
Depends on the context.
Yeah, there's phileo, starge, agape. Those are just the 3 I can think of off the top of my head. And God has for us agape, which is unconditional. That means no matter what you do or who you are or all the mistakes that you've ever made in your entire life, God is still going to be there, and then there's phileo, and if I'm not mistaken, that's a brotherly love, So I think a lot of people have just been listening to new translations all the way from King James and just screwing everything up since then, dude.
I do gotta ask you this. So, and I'm glad you brought that up on the Bible. So I agree with the King James version, and I've kind of got into this like real deep. Like,
cool.
I've been looking. I've been looking up like who are the publishers. I like who owns this company, who owns
like
this publishing. I went so deep into it. It's like if you actually looked into who's publishing, who owns all the rights, they actually have the say so in what's put into these different Bibles. Like the King James one is like the one that you don't want.
Yeah.
Which one do you recommend? I was going to get an Ethiopian Bible a while back because I wanted to read in more into it, and I stopped myself. And I was like, I don't know if I need to do that.
It's never a bad thing to read something that you are scared to read. So my dad used to have this saying: always read at least one thing a year that is completely against your belief. That way, your faith stands strong. That has stuck with me literally my whole entire life. But I have the Ethiopian Bible on my phone.
Which on your phone? Okay. So I've even looked into deep on that too. So I'm like, all right, well, who are the publishers of this all the different Ethiopian Bibles out there? Mm-hmm. So there's only actually like 4 of them that aren't connected to like BlackRock or all these different shitty ass companies that they don't have.
Do they have a stock in the publishing company?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like, so it'll be like 3 companies back, and then you'll find BlackRock owns one of these other companies. You know what I mean? So there's control there.
They own everything.
Yeah, a lot. So, but there's only like 3 or 4 companies that produce or publish the Ethiopian Bible that are not connected to any of that shit. Like they're like private, know. And the people that own them, there's no weird shit going on with them. You know what I mean? So, which one? I mean, you have one that's on your phone, right?
So my belief is like collectively I can gather information from multiple sources, right? So if I download the Ethiopian Bible, I don't necessarily have a preference. I look at the publisher, but I don't necessarily stay to that publisher. I think that we should read all of the versions. Like, there's a version of the Bible, I want to say it was the NLT, and after they wrote it, the men and women, I'm sure, that wrote it, they literally cried because they felt like they were ruining God's word. And so the thing about it is like I stick with NASB, ESV. Those are super great. But I also read NLT, KJV, NKJV, and the thing is like we have to collectively be able to understand that where we're gathering information from is never going to be completely true.
Okay.
And you have like the only way you're going to get a real Ethiopian Bible is go to Ethiopia. And find somebody with an Ethiopian Bible that was passed down from their grandparents to their grandparents to their grandparents. You know,
What language is that?
I have to look that up.
Ethiopian.
I don't know. Well, so
I mean, because it was brought down, right?
yeah. So back whenever we had Doc and Enrique and his wife on, we had talked about it a little bit, and I need to apologize to him because I may have been wrong on some of that because I was just diving into it at that time. They did bring up the Ethiopian Bible, and I believe it was the first actually put together Bible. Before that, it was a bunch of manuscripts, and it was a bunch of them were in Greek, Jewish, or no, Hebrew, Greek, Hebrew, and there was
Aramaic.
another Aramaic.
Aramaic.
So there was 3 different languages, and they just had them all in a whole bunch of manuscripts and stuff. So when they went down there, I guess there was like a mission. I'm just going to call it a mission. I don't know exactly what it was. They went down there to Ethiopia, and they were ready to produce a Bible with it. And they were like, well, which manuscripts do you want to include? Because we're going to put one together, but we're only going to use these. And in Ethiopia, they're like, no, all of it. We want all of it. And that's why they say that one is the one that's, if you want to read the true full, all the manuscripts, basically it's all the manuscripts put into one book.
This was all during like King Solomon's time, right?
You got me there. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Me either.
I don't know because I want to say that it was Greece that had sent all that down there. So
Yes.
I don't know if that was during King Solomon's time or not. It was.
Yeah, because I think it had something to do with, I guess, whatever the fucking land was before it was Ethiopia. There
Yeah,
were
it wasn't
princes
Ethiopia
there.
back then. It was something else.
So I think it had to be something with the queen that was there went up to King David and brought down some books with her, made it through Greece, all that. But don't quote me on any of that.
Yeah.
So that's what I was wondering. It was like how many, in what language it made it down there and who translated it.
It was not.
It was not what.
During King Solomon's.
It was not. Okay. So, I was
So,
wrong.
but yeah, so I don't remember exactly what I said because we were talking about it during that podcast, and I think I may have got something mixed up there. So I just wanted to clear that up a little bit because it wasn't that they didn't. They decided we want all of it instead of like snippets here and snippets there. They just all of it, put it in one book, and it was the first. And so far as I can tell, it's the only one that has all of the books because it's like 100 and God dang, I don't even know.
Yeah.
How many books are the Bible? Right, like the
66.
actual 66. So this one was like 112 books or
shit,
something
okay.
like. I might be wrong on this, but it's like 100 and something books.
Yeah. And with all the
102 or
extra shit
112.
that comes out, it's like, how do you know what's fucking... Because we got the Dead Sea Scrolls, right? Which that's another one. Then there's
81
another
books.
The Dead Sea Scrolls is the manuscripts.
the manuscript. Then there's another one that I was reading. I don't even know if this is even true. Because you got the Book of Enoch, which that's part of the...
Enoch.
That's part of the
Ethiopian.
Dead Sea
Ethiopian
Scrolls.
Bible.
So
Well,
And
so,
then-
so that's part of the
Yeah.
That's
It's part of the whole...
It's part of the whole. All the manuscripts where what they found at the Dead Sea.
And I believe all of those should be included.
absolutely.
1,000%. But the reason why they were picked out is like in the council, they were like, this isn't Canaan or
Yes,
canon to what actually like Jesus's story, right? Like the story of salvation. And honestly, that was led through by Roman Catholicism. But the thing is like it's super important. Like even at the old church I went to, we would focus on also the Deuterocanon, right? So the Judeo-Christian Bible has 66, the Deuterocanon has 81, and so the thing about that is whenever we read, you're talking about Greek Orthodox has more than anybody else. Right,
Okay.
except for the Ethiopian Bible, and that includes First and Second Maccabees. And man,
You know what? You're right. 81.
Yeah.
I said
81.
102 or 100 and whatever. It's 81.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we include all of those in your typical. You go to the store and buy a Bible, you're going to see 66 books, and I really don't think that is super like fair, right? Because there's so much more to it. Like I literally have a copy of the Book of Enoch on my shelf, and the reason why is because it's very revelatory, kind of like how Revelation speaks in like metaphors and those kind of things. You read that thing, you're like okay, all right. This is awesome. It kind of gets you amped up. It lets you know that like, there were some things that happened that are beyond our understanding, and it is almost Tartarian anyway. But it just is. It almost is like it's almost Tartarian the way that is presented. And somewhere along the way, there was a group of people who decided that was not relevant to our society and how we read books.
And that's fucking nuts. That somebody just can claim that kind of authority and be like, "Nah, we're not gonna add those." That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, at that time, I mean, the church was really powerful. I mean, if it wasn't a king, it was the church.
Yeah,
with the Roman
church was
Catholic Church, you know, they wield a lot of power.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
when you have somebody's beliefs in your hand, you've got a ton of power.
Huh. I wonder what that fucking. I mean,
I still do.
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Let's not
Yeah, they
lie.
do. Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Yeah, they're in everything.
Yeah.
Just like the Jews.
There
There it is. Sorry, that was just a disclaimer. I
It's
just wanted
gonna
for,
come out eventually.
for
I'm
entertainment
glad you brought.
purposes.
I'm glad you mentioned a lot of that too, because it's like we clear up some stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you know what? That makes a lot of sense.
I mean, and my dad is Catholic, and you know, I currently attend a Baptist church. I don't necessarily concede to either belief. I believe collectively, I have to come to know Jesus personally. That's
Yeah.
what I think. So, yeah.
There was I saw this thing. This guy he was on a like a reel or something. This guy was trying to explain to somebody about the Gospels, or I think this guy was actually trying to get him to prove Jesus to him, and so he went straight to the Gospels, which of course he was like, I'm going to explain to you the Gospels, why they exist, why God wanted those 4 Gospels.
Yeah.
And there's 4 different accounts, not completely different, but completely different people, their accounts in their own words of who Jesus was, his life and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you're getting this from 4 different people.
So cool.
You know what I mean? And it all comes to the same conclusion. All 4 accounts come from, you know, it's like proving to you, like, listen, that this wasn't
It's all firsthand.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
firsthand. You know, Luke was a doctor. I think Matthew was a former tax collector.
Yeah.
He was.
I don't remember who Mark was or John. But I mean, you're getting all these different people's accounts of it, and it's like bringing all these different perspectives, and everybody's coming to the same conclusion on it.
So, what are those names translated from? Do you know?
Do-
John, Peter.
I
all
do
that.
not know them. Yeah,
Bro, I know a few. My daughter's named after Peter. Like her name is Petra, which is the Greek word Petros, which means solid, which means rock. So
Okay.
think about this: from the minute Jesus told him that his name was Peter, Jesus knew
Hold
that.
on, his name wasn't Peter. Jesus gave him the name Peter.
Yeah. So
Just, like he wasn't born. He wasn't born Peter.
So there was one. Oh,
That's a
now you're making me confuse myself.
Sorry.
No, there was Simon Peter. That's who I'm thinking of. But anyway, dude, you got to think about it. From the minute that he called him Peter, he knew that he was going to end up saying those same words to him, like, on this rock my church is built, right? Knowing that his name meant rock, right? Like, just the whole scheme of it, dude. Like, not like a scheme, but like the whole plan of God, of Jesus and the gospel and everything in it. It plans out just so perfectly. Like, nobody could have done that in just like human, like me and you. Like, all 3 of us could sit here and be like, hey, let's plan out a book that's gonna work out 600 years after.
Yeah,
it's
no,
written.
we can't
You know?
do that.
So
I can barely do a podcast.
Yeah. No shit.
you got
Okay.
this.
Yeah. All right. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's really interesting. There's so much to the Bible. It's like a library.
Yeah.
It's a little library. Because it's not just one book. It's all these different books.
Yeah, I've always been interested because I would really like to have somebody in here and kind of just break it down. Because I mean, you go to the church and they read the sermons and stuff like that, and it's just like, man, give me the Cliff Notes, you know? That's like, I mean, I'm sure it's nice, you know. I just can't sit. I can sit with somebody here,
Yeah.
and be like, hey man, just break down give me the Cliff. Not to say the Cliff Notes, but break down the Bible for me.
Yeah.
You know. Because if I go to church and it's like, hey, today we're going to talk about this, and we're going to me, sometimes when I'm sitting there listening to these people talk, it's like they're picking and choosing what they want to say, you know, pulling stuff out of the script, out of the Bible.
Oh,
to
yeah.
try to bring it all together. And I'm like, it's kind
Have you ever, you know who Tony Evans is? I bring him up a lot because I like the way he breaks stuff down.
Pretty sure.
His sermons are,
I'm
so
so sorry.
he's bringing a point up from like a passage in the Bible. So it all stems from, he's trying to get his congregation to understand something in the Bible, like a passage or, you know, a whole section or even a book. And he'll break it down to like today's terms and try to make people relate to this. Like, this is kind of like this, but then he'll bring it home. Like he'll give like 45-minute sermon, but he'll bring it home, and it all like, oh,
that's really cool.
I totally understand this now because the way he breaks it down, like it sounds like, you know.
See, but there's a lot of other people that can take that same passage and
he'll twist it and make it a different way.
Yeah.
Everybody has a different way of interpreting things, which is the problem with interpretation.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I was like, just explain it. I mean,
he might not appeal to you the same way he appeals to me. You know what I mean? So it's
it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, we all get the point. We all get the same.
Yeah, Jesus is real, and he's here for all of us, right? Like we all understand the point. But like I said earlier, my dad is Catholic, and I go to a Baptist church. My mom goes to the Church of Christ. But whenever we all sit down at a table, you know what we agree on? Jesus died and was resurrected for every single one of our sins. Yeah. We don't ever derive from that fact, and with that fact in mind, we can build upon a relationship and a foundation inside of religion. The individual interpretation is up to the individual. Does that make sense? So like whenever I go into it, I'm gonna read a bunch of stuff about whatever my preacher said. As a matter of fact, they had an issue with it because I would be on my phone just like, oh yeah, well what's that actually mean, you know, and those kind of things. But I mean, I completely agree, dude. If you like Tony Evans and you hate Tony Evans, like, dude, you guys can still agree that Jesus lived and died for all of our sins, you know. Yeah. So
that's cool. I mean, I sit on a different note, but we've talked about it. You know, I don't know. I guess you could say I'm ignorant to the fact. I know there's a creator. You know, there's no it's as or buts about it. You know, I know there is.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the blessings that I get, you know, it's kind of one of those, you know, he's there without him showing you that he's there. Does that make any sense? You know, where it's like, wait a minute, this is no fucking way this should have worked out this way. Matter of fact, I kind of planned that it wasn't going to work out this way, and then it did.
It worked out anyway.
You know, it worked out anyway. You know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm ignorant to the fact on Jesus. I'm not saying he didn't exist. I just don't know enough about it.
Yeah, and that's cool.
Yeah, and but at the end of the day, when people are like, oh, I don't believe in God, God's not real. And I'm like, oh, hold on a second. You know, I'm more spiritual. I'm not religious.
Okay.
You know.
Follow that.
But, you know, I there's no denying the fact that, hey, man, there's shit that happens that I have absolutely no control over. Yeah. You know, I see it every day when I see my kids. And it's kind of a cheesy thing to say. It's just like, well, it's your kids. You're supposed to have this fucking undying love for these kids. And I'm like, yeah, but it's kind of it's different. It's a different kind of, like, it's an unexplained love, you know? And then some of the blessings that I have, you know, especially towards my kids, where I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That happened to you, you know? Where it's just like, I know it didn't happen. I know it shouldn't have happened because I didn't even take the steps to make it happen, to help whatever the fuck this was occur, you know? And it just out of the blue. Like, here's one, for instance, right? Like, I was stressing one day. And it's stupid because it's kind of materialistic, you know. I don't want to say materialistic, but it's kind of something that was really, really weighing on me, you know. And I'm like, fuck. This was back in during like the peak of COVID, you know. And I'm just like, 3 months, man, I haven't made a house payment. You know, I'm stressing the fuck out. Like I was like, I'm not making enough money. And then all of a sudden, this fucking check comes, man, for the exact amount that I need. And I'm like, the fuck? Where's this from?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out it was fucking overpayment on insurance that I had a couple of years before that.
Nice.
And I'm like, wait a minute, fucking insurance keeps money.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the one thing I've been stressing about. And I'm like, fuck, I need to come up with this.
And it was
the exact fucking amount, literally to the cent that I needed.
No way, man.
And I'm like, this is, what the fuck, man? I look at my wife and I'm like, what is this? She's like, I have no fucking clue. I was like, we were 100% paid up on that insurance. You know, I didn't pay extra. There was no fucking reason for it to be anything what it was. It basically, this blessing came out of nowhere. And it's like, hey man, you got a 3 month restart.
Nice.
You know, and I'm like, all right, great. And then the shit started coming. It was like mind blowing because we sit there and was like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna work out. You know, we all just have faith and stuff like that. And I'm like, you're right, because at the time I was losing it.
Yeah, I
was like, no, fuck this. There is no higher power. There's none of this. It's just us.
Yeah.
If we don't make it happen, it ain't gonna happen. And my wife has this fucking undying belief, and it's fucking annoying sometimes.
I agree. You know, I'm that one in my relationship.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
But she's like, it's gonna be okay, and I'm like, how the fuck you know it's gonna be okay?
Yeah.
You're just so fucking gun ho and be like, hey, it's all gonna work out. That I'm stressing over it because you're not.
Yeah.
You know, and then it works out. And I'm just like, I'm sitting there stressing the fuck out, and I'm like, well, what if this doesn't happen? All of a sudden, I'm getting phone calls out of the blue. Hey, man, are you still doing such and such? And I'm like, actually, I wasn't, but I am. You know, fuck, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. You know, I need to work. My kids need food, stuff like that, and it shit just started like it was a snowball that I got on. It was rolling. I'm like, the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I didn't make no calls. I didn't call nobody. All of a sudden, like these blessings coming out of nowhere. I looked at Amy and I'm like, well, that's all you. That ain't me. Because I was losing my faith. You kept it, you know. And it's like that's the kind of shit that was happening, you know. And it was fucking mind blowing, man. And then complete 180. My whole situation just changed, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I remember sitting out. And I was on my fucking lawnmower, and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry.
My bad, dude.
My bad that I lost it, you know?
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was weird, man, because I heard you felt that reassuring feeling. It's all right. I love you.
Yeah, you're allowed to doubt.
Yeah.
You're allowed to doubt. God will show his face every single time.
Fuck, he did.
So,
I was like,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
We cool, Cole.
Yeah, my bad, dude. Yeah.
But that's cool, though, because, I mean, everybody else talks to me about, you know, all the other stuff, and I just can't. I don't get on board with that. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not that I don't agree with it or anything like that. Because I mean, you get to have your faith. Everyone gets to have their belief. And I'm just like, God, I wish I was a little more knowledgeable. But I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need that to have the faith. I think me and you, we're on the same page. You just got more. You got more words to put to it.
Well, if it were a black and white list of rules, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody once told me if it were a black and white list of rules, we would have a Bible. It'd be about half a page and say believe in God, and then they would just hand it to you. You'd open it. But the thing is we develop individual relationships. That's why the Bible is called the living word, man, because we don't I've questioned my faith so many times, man. You know, I remember you know, on a more serious note, right? So like I remember one time I just moved into my first house I had ever purchased, and it was just me by myself. And my ex-wife had the kids. And so, you know, they talk about little handprints. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. You ever heard of that? Like some days those are going to be gone. And I looked around this brand new house, and there were no little handprints. And there was no pitter-patter on the floor. And there was no laughter. There was no annoying kids that are on their tablet too much and won't go outside. And I sat there and I was really, really upset. But I thought to myself, I was like, God has a plan inside of all this, you know? And so even through your roughest times, God absolutely knows what he's doing. And it sucks to trust him because you want to do what you want to do, right? Yeah. Like, you know, like you just want to just be mad or be sad or whatever it is. And but he's going to, you even just said it, man. He's going to take care of you no matter what. So anyway.
Yeah. When you come to realize that, I mean, because I really didn't fucking put two and two together, you know? My kids got older, and you're just like, you have a different relationship. Like me, as a father to my 4 kids, you know, I have a different relationship to all of them. You know, yeah. And I got one where I'm just like, just leave him alone.
Please,
you know?
please.
I was like, yeah.
I'm begging you.
But he's like, you know, he'll be stressing out, and I'm like, I know what he's stressing over, so let me go fix this for him real quick. Yeah. I won't have to. I'm not gonna acknowledge him because you know he's got there's no talking to him right now.
Yeah.
Let me go fix this problem. You know, and then he comes, he's like, oh, shit, it was fixed. Oh, then he goes back to doing what he was doing. I know that I fixed it. He's just like, oh, fuck, it went to working. You know? Oh, we're good now. It's just fucking, you know.
No idea.
Yeah, no idea that I did it, you know?
Yeah.
But that's the kind of relationship that I have with my creator.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, hey, man, here.
That's exactly that metaphor right there is exactly.
That's really good, dude.
Yeah, dude, I never really put it together so that I use, I guess, my life fucking experience. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. You can't talk to me when I'm that way.
Yeah.
You know, he'll fix the problem and fucking, you know.
Okay, little kid.
Yeah. He'll start with his tantrum here in a minute, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you go back to business as usual. You're just like, but you know, it's like that feeling that we're just like, oh, hey, man, I appreciate it. You know, thanks.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, because I mean, I don't know if you do much of self-reflection. I do a lot.
Yeah.
I do a whole lot, you know.
Well, we're all dads here, right?
Yeah.
So we suffer from dad guilt. Self-reflection is the only motivation that keeps us growing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just saying.
And I reminisce a lot of it. I'm just like, oh, shit. It didn't fix itself. My dad did that. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, you know, and it's kind of, you do a lot of self-reflection was like, why did that work out the way it worked out? You know, some of the stuff I was like, I bet my wife did it, but she didn't tell me. She just like, let him have his tantrum. He'll get over it here in a minute. You know? But I mean, we've met each other a little bit, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Haven't thrown my tantrum. I don't do that anymore. You know, I try to just sort of like,
no.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens behind closed doors, bro.
It's like, why is my pumping wrong? They blew my motor.
Oh my god.
No, because it's just shit like that.
That was one time, dude.
Just drop it already.
Dang.
Shit. Yeah. That's kind of funny.
I wanted to touch real quick. So you were just, and I won't bring it up again. We were talking about the Bible, being the living Bible. Yeah. So back whenever I was looking into like, should I buy this Ethiopian Bible? And I stopped and I didn't buy it. And I probably still will eventually, but it was like, what am I doing this for exactly? Because what came back to me with the thought that I had was this guy, whenever I was in prison, this guy had, he saw me reading the Bible and he was talking to me about like, you know, do you understand what you're reading? You know, and I've talked about that before. But the point that he made to me was like, you're reading it like a book, like it's just a regular book. He was like, you're wrong on that part. You know, first, let me go back. Because I was reading it like Genesis to Revelations, a regular book. And he was like, no, you need to start at the Gospels. You start at the Gospels there. You read the New Testament, then you go back. Then you can kind of put it all together. But the point that he made to me was, it's not a book, like a regular book. Yeah. He was like, when you're reading this, you're going to read some passages, and you should stop. And you should think about it, meditate. He was like, this is you having a conversation with God. He was like, it's the living word because this is your portal, basically, to have a conversation back and forth with God. He was like, because you're going to think about it, you're going to pray about it, and then you'll move on to the next one. And I never actually ever thought about it like that until I had that conversation with that guy. And I don't even know who that guy is anymore. Like, who was that guy?
Those are the best people to talk to. Man. Yeah. So like the Bible says, guide, bro. Yeah. So the Bible says literally, be careful who you're around because you could be around angels. If you look up that definition of angels in the Greek, it means messengers of God, right? Mm-hmm. So like we gotta watch out for that. Maybe that was one of them. But, could have been. But dude, it absolutely has to be that kind of situation. Whenever you're reading the Bible, you have to be willing to not only just read. I used to read the Bible because I just wanted to have some answers for life, right? Yeah. But the thing is whenever I started reading the Bible and trying to listen to the answers that God wanted for me, I started actually living inside of His Word. So I think that the living Word of God is absolutely relevant to what you were saying, and I don't know who this guy is either, dude, but I kind of love him. Yeah. You know,
I mean, like I don't know his name. If I ever saw, can't see his face in my memory anymore.
That's so cool.
It's like
you lucky.
No idea.
You lucky.
No idea.
It might have been. It's your fucking. It's your guide. It's like, hey, bro.
And he was just kind of like, you know, I was in the day room and he was just like, it's just this big room and we only get so much time for exercise, so people just kind of walk around in circles, you know, and that's what he was doing. And it's like.
Maybe that was my problem because I tried to read it and I was like, I'm not going to sit there and stop and think about it. It's going to take me forever to finish this book.
Yeah, it's like that's how I was taking it, like a book. You read it from front to back, and that's actually not the way it's supposed to be done. You know, And he told me you start at the Gospels first, and you go to the New Testament. And I'm sure other people have different methods, but his whole point of it was it's not just a book that you just read front to back. He was like, you read a little bit and you stop, you think about what you just read.
Yeah,
pray about it. It's like meditation on it. So,
damn.
I mean, so I appreciate the fact he told you to read like the New Testament first, basically, right? Or the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. I really, really liked Matthew. And the reason why I really liked Matthew, first of all, that's my name. No, but the deal with it is like it's very methodical, right? Like it's very logically grounded. You go to Mark, the book right after that, the last verse says we're going to like tame snakes and like conquer demons. And I was not okay with that. I didn't want to do all that. I liked Matthew because it literally listed the lineage.
Oh, yeah.
just from front to back, and I was like, okay, so
That's cool.
That's how we got Jesus.
Yeah.
And then it talked about like in a logical sense about how everything worked. And so I think this kind of goes back to how we have 4 gospels of 4 stories, and some parts are different, but it all leads to the same conclusion. Is the fact like we're talking about 4 different people who saw the same thing on a regular basis, and they all saw it differently. And whenever I read Matthew, I see the logical part of it. He was a tax collector, right? So whenever he was a tax collector, he literally just wanted to be like inside of he's analytical, right?
Okay.
Because he collected taxes. That's what he did. So he wanted to know the logical side of who Jesus was. And so that was really cool to me, man. And I personally think that James is like super, super great. It's very much straightforward in your face. I'm just going to tell you you're being a bad person, and it's helpful. You know, I don't know how much of the Bible you've read.
Not much.
Okay.
It's hard to get through it. Like, again, I was reading it as a book.
Yeah.
And it was just like, fuck, this is a lot. This is.
You know how many times I read it front to back? You know, like we were saying before, I've been in and out so many different times. The first thing I would do is I would put in a notice to get a Bible, something to read, you know, while I'm waiting for whatever, you know. But I would never got anything out of it until I talked to that guy, because I was just reading it, you know, like, man, Revelations is crazy, you know, or.
See, my problem is that I'll get to reading, I'll get past a paragraph, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just read?
Yeah.
Well, what just happened here?
Yeah, and I'm like, God, I don't even know what the fuck
Yeah.
I read. So it just takes me away from it, you know. But I'm more of the fuck. I need visual. I'm a visualist, you know. I gotta see it. So when I see shit, you know, people are like, "Oh man, can you believe something happened to me? Oh, this whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, you didn't fucking like you didn't stop to think about what happened or why it happened." He's like, "No, man, it's just a blessing." I was like, "Well, it was there. It should like it was that type of shit, you know."
Yeah.
Like I'll see it, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, that was something. That was cool."
I think that's I mean, and no, not a knock on you at all, but I think that's the harder part from where you're coming from, is that you need to see, feel, touch, you know, hear to believe. Not it. That part of you is stronger than the faith part is like blind faith.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really hard for you to be like, accept it without seeing, hearing, touching it.
Which I think that's kind of, that's why, I think that's why I see shit. You know, I'm just like, oh. Cool, man.
Like, trying to put it in your face.
Yeah, it's like I can't read it because that's you're not gonna get it in here when you're reading it. You know, I'm like, oh shit, I see what happened. I'm like, you made something completely illogical logical, and I'm like, oh, okay.
And you know what? And why shouldn't it be that way? Because back then, the only people who could read and write were the rich. So it was like the Bible was almost not irrelevant, but to the masses, it kind of was, because they couldn't read it anyway. Somebody else, which is the reason for priests and everything, because they read it to the congregation.
Yeah. Well, of course, I see, like, I'll go back to my kids, you know, like, we're doing things. I got my son, the one that's fucking.
Yeah,
like,
that one.
Yeah, that one. You know, we can approach shit the same.
Yeah.
My other kids, I'm like, look at here, you need to read this. You know, do your research. Me and him, we're gonna have to figure this out. But we're all gonna get
Just focus.
like an electrician, right? Like, we can wire up the panel.
Yeah.
Without fucking, well, this is what this does. This is what this does. Yeah, this is the way I'm gonna wire it up. My other kids will be like, they'll open a book and I'm like, oh, this is what it does, and they'll wire it up. We'll both get to the same conclusion.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's why I see the stuff. You know, I see the blessing. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, that was crazy, right? And I'm like, what was crazy? You didn't see what just happened? You know, there was no fucking way human possible that could have. That's not coincidence. I know you think it's coincidence. There's no fucking way that was coincidence.
Yeah. So I was very much just doing the motions for like a really long time, right? And I knew that Jesus probably existed. And so I was just taking the next step. I was like, I just have to, because like I've had this faith for so long. And so just out of sheer necessity, I started going to a church in Merton. And the reason why is because I couldn't afford the gas to drive to San Angelo every single Sunday and every single Wednesday and stay there till 9:30 and then get my kids home at 10 and like all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
I walked into that church out of sheer necessity, and 3 weeks ago I got to baptize my oldest daughter out of her own volition. She was like, I want to be baptized in the body of Christ, and I really think that Jesus wants me. And so like my suggestion to you is, even if you don't believe it, because I've had my own doubts, is let your kids know that there's definitely something out there, man.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
like,
no, I really do. I tell them that.
Yeah.
I was like, whether you see it or not, you know, there's undoubtedly like none of this is by chance.
Yeah, no,
None
it
of
can
it.
be.
None of it's
Something
by
something
chance.
doesn't come from nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
you seen
know-
the math on that?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Dude, it's
It's crazy.
crazy. Like if we were off by like point something, like in every single way, dude, like
None of this would happen.
None of this
none of it
would
none
be
of it,
impossible.
absolutely none of it. And then have you ever seen a Bible map of like so people would be like, well, how did they know that they said this, right? If you see a Bible map of like how long Adam and Eve and Seth and everybody else lived, you can literally, they make a rainbow chart out of it. You can see where the story was passed on to every single person, and it's really cool, man. Like, and that honestly, that's what gets me is like the logical part of it. Like I've done it. You ever seen A Case for Christ? All right, go
No.
watch that movie.
A Case for Christ.
I haven't seen that either.
Oh, he's a journalist, and he literally goes on like the New York Times or like some big, and he's like, I'm gonna prove Christ doesn't exist. It's gonna change the world, and he ends up just believing in Christ
Oh shit.
through
Okay.
all of his investigations. He goes to psychologist. He goes to, and throughout this time, Jesus is working behind the scenes, and he's like, hey, by the way, your wife met this person, and she invited her to church, and like he gets angry. He has kind of an alcohol problem, you know, but at the end of it, man, he's just like, okay, well, I guess he has to exist, you know?
Yeah.
And so yeah,
Yeah.
no, watch that movie.
That's
It's
actually
pretty
I'm
cool.
gonna check it out.
Sounds
Yeah.
Case
That
for
kind of sounds like that Roman soldier that was supposed to go out and kill the apostles. and
Yes.
ends up deserting the Roman army and becoming a believer. I cannot remember his name. There's a whole thing on him.
I know it. I can't think of it right now. I know exactly who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
there's a whole thing on him though. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
He just, I think he ended up becoming like, it's in the Bible. Like and there's like a movie about him too as well. I can't remember what it was called or what his name was. That's bad.
Yeah, I'll just play above me. Fuck it.
Yeah, but that kind of with that story
It's
about
gonna be
this
2
movie
o'clock in the
reminds me.
morning and be like, it's this guy, dude.
Yeah,
Make sure you add this.
yeah, exactly.
yeah. No.
Damn, that's crazy.
The Case for Christ. I'm gonna have to check it out. I don't
Yeah.
think I've
So,
seen that
what
one.
do you think about like? Does it? Like, you hear these people that have out of body experience and stuff like that. Does that take anything away from the religious side of it? Do you feel?
What do you mean by out of body? That's my question.
Like, okay, like, well, for instance, right, there was this, I think this lady in Florida, I want to say 2018, right? So she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Kind of towards the end, I was like, hey, man, you're kind of, why am I so sick? She went to go get checked out. Turns out you're kind of on your fucking deathbed, right?
Yeah.
So she goes into a coma for 2 days, you know, and then in that 48 hours, she was asked, she's like, I was like, I'm pulled out of my body. I'm floating out of my body, you know, and then I just, whatever the hell was talking to her, he's like, look, the reason you're here is because you got cancer. And the reason you got cancer was because of this, you know, but I'm going to tell you how to cure your cancer. It's like, this is what's happening. But what you're going to go and spread is what we're telling you. So she comes back, she gets on this, like, it's basically, hey, you got fucking 6 months to live, you know.
But she needs to go and spread
But,
this.
yeah, you need to go and, you know, this fucking whatever. We're gonna tell you how to get better.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, she's cancer free, and she's just like, of course, she's been doing like these fucking interviews and CNN and stuff like that. And I think I want to say, man, here not too long ago, maybe a year ago, something, whatever the fuck. But something told her, you know. But I'm just, in my opinion, I'm like, does that take away from the whole religious side of it? You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so agreed.
Okay.
But I also have a personal thing against miracles nowadays. And the only reason I have an issue with that is literally just because, like, I don't know. Like, I literally, while you were telling me that story, I said to myself, I was like, well, how do we know that's real?
Yeah.
You know? And so I'm very doubtful as far as those situations. And the reason why is just out of some personal experience. I don't believe God moves that way in our lives today. I believe he moves in the way that is actually going to be beneficial. I don't think that he miraculously heals and those kind of things.
So, yeah, you don't believe in miracles?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
mean, I don't know.
I
I don't know.
Yes. No, I don't. I don't, man. And that's a really rough one because theologically, it doesn't make any sense for me not to. Right. Yeah. And I've seen God work His hand in some things, but I don't believe that somebody's just going to wake up from the dead and on their deathbed. I don't believe that. I think that God had that plan. Shoot. I mean, you guys know the guy who used to work in the office, right?
Yep.
You know? And I talk to him almost every single day about God, right? Dude's struggling with brain cancer for the second time. And I believe that God has a plan inside of that. You know, maybe he didn't know him enough, or, you know, those kind of things. And if a miracle happens, I'm the first person to doubt it.
Okay.
And that is just personal conviction. That has nothing to do with it, because I respect the fact you believe in that, that God heals. I respect the fact that you want to believe in that God does that.
Well, I don't see. That's the thing. It's just like, does it take away? You know, does it take away? Does it add to it? Because I don't know. Like I said, that whole part of
it has to take away from it a little bit.
Okay.
And the reason why is because, like, if everybody can commit miracles like Jesus did, would Jesus be Jesus? But then we look then we look inside of Mark, and Mark literally says, "You're going to do things greater than me." That's Jesus's own words, right? Like, you're gonna do things greater than me after I give you the Holy Spirit, right? That's Mark, yeah. And so, I mean, it's kind of like this weird thing, man, where it's like, it comes down to like this personal thing where, like, do you actually believe that lady was healed?
No,
I want to say this real quick. So, saying that story is true, like, we don't know. We can't.
We don't.
We don't. Not for sure. Nothing on the news is real.
Let's just say that it was just for the story, right? Okay. So, for me, at least, my thought on that, you know, you're like, well, does that take away from it? It doesn't take away from it, because the way I see it is, divinely, they gave her a reason. Okay, we're going to give you cure. You're going to cure yourself, but you need to go and spread this. Okay. What that does now is that poses the question and the conversation, and everybody that hears her story. Now people are like,
Yeah, no, that's a good point. It's in Timothy. It says that word for word.
Now you're going to start. Point. You're gonna start thinking about it. Now it actually, for some people, it's gonna bring them closer to God.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the whole point, is to, like, you know what, to try and bring as many people as you can closer to God. Yeah. When people pray to get rich, well, you don't pray to get rich. You pray to be able to, if you could be blessed, to provide blessings to others.
Yeah.
So if God provides you with something, you should turn around and use that to help other people. It's not just for you, because that's greedy, right? But if you're trying to, like, I'm going to help these people, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and you actually follow through with it, then you've become a blessing through God.
Yeah.
That's what I see. That's what I see that story about that lady.
See, and I didn't, like I said, one of the questions that I had, I was like, well, how religious was this lady? You know, was she in it? Was this?
She might not have been religious at all.
At all.
But just from that thing that happened to her alone, she could possibly be religious now. And we say religious, but that's a whole other thing. Religious.
I agree with the spiritual thing.
I'm going to say a believer. She becomes a believer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because I have my own things about all the different religions. I'm a believer, though. Mm-hmm. That's really all that matters when it comes down to it. Mm-hmm. So
I'll believe that.
And I believe that. She could have been an atheist.
Yeah.
And God brought her back and turned her into a blessing. And now she's possibly a believer now, and she probably has created other believers. Yeah. Which is that's a work right there.
Because the times that we have talked about religion on this podcast, right? Mm-hmm. And the way you just said that point, it's like when you're given something, a gift, right? To spread the word. Or, you know,
even if she's not spreading the word, it's just what her story alone,
Which sometimes I feel that way about this, because, you know, sometimes we go talking, and I feel some people are like, oh, I don't believe any of that. I don't believe in any. Let's just hypothetically say, I'm not saying anyone's here is right or wrong, but like, I don't believe the whole Jesus stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But this guy, he's saying, you know, he believes in the Creator, and he's like, that makes sense to me, or vice versa.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, oh, I was on Oscars. I mean, I had Oscars belief, but these guys making a lot of sense.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, I need to get more
involved.
In
a way, we're actually
in a way we are spreading.
We're spreading.
We're giving. I guess we're
more insight. I guess.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, here. I'll just tell you a quick story about how I got saved. Right. So, I used to be not like a really good person, right? And I don't have a problem talking about this now, but so whenever I was 18, 19, I used to be on drugs, right? Methamphetamine. And what I found out is if I could get the 16 and the 15-year-old kids that just wanted to hang out and be cool, addicted to meth, then I could supply my habit, right? I just could, because they would steal from their parents or whatever else they needed to do. And you can call me a piece of shit if you want. Let's hear how the story ends. And so I was in church. I had gotten sober, and I had heard the story of Paul, right? Paul becoming Saul. So every single person in the Bible never had a right to be saved. They always, they never had a reason to be saved. They always had a right to be saved, right? So your point as far as like them being an atheist and becoming a believer, completely relevant to every story in the Bible. You know, I heard the story of how Paul became Saul, how the scales fell from his eyes, how he used to kill Christians. He just used to do it. And I was feeling a lot of conviction about the fact that like I was pretty sure I was killing children, you know, not like kids that were so much younger than me, but like definitely kids that were younger than me, just to fix my addiction at that point. Okay. And I'd been sober for like 120 days or something. And somebody told me that story and said, is anybody ready to be baptized? And I said, please, I've got to be something different. And you've got to remember, I've never heard about Jesus before this. I was raised a Mormon. I told you about that, right? Yeah. I was raised a Mormon, and like they don't talk about.
They don't talk about Jesus.
No,
I did not know that.
No, they do not, dude. Yeah. They stray away from that guy. If they can convince you about Joseph Smith, then they've got you in. And if you believe in Joseph Smith, you're gonna believe all the Mount Zion and like all the crazy things that they say, the baptismal for the dead. I don't even care about saying that. like screw it, dude. We're here. And so they told me that story, and then shortly after, my little brother, who was around that 15, 16-year-old range, came up to me while I was running a sober living house and asked to get sober. He was smoking meth with the same people who had got addicted to meth.
Damn it.
And then 3 months later he passed. Right, he got in a car accident. But like that just goes to show you how it actually all works, man. Like I couldn't deal with myself. I couldn't function, and the Bible clearly says you reap what you sow. You want to get little kids addicted to meth?
Oh fuck.
This is how this is going to end up for you, bud. And so that's honestly my story of salvation. I never felt just like a stronger, just like my bad dude. Like in like the most serious way than whenever that came full circle and my brother walked up to me, one shoe in hand, by a cop, and was like, I need some help, dude. And I was like, yeah, you do. Get inside, dude. Yeah. So, but that's a short version of the salvation thing, man. And so God takes all of our brokenness, man, and he wants to use that. He wants to use your most broken things inside of each and every one of us, and he wants to bring that to light, and he wants you to use that. So let's say this girl was an atheist. That would make a lot of sense, right? And she has this come to Jesus moment inside of her coma for 2 days, and then she just wakes up and she's like, wow, I was wrong about my entire life. And that's what salvation is, man. Yeah. Like, you know, anyway.
That's kind of crazy because
that's a really good perspective on it.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you wonder though, because who was it? Was it Anton LaVey when he was fucking passing?
Oh,
he was just like,
I was wrong.
I was wrong about everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, we're talking about fucking. You just like really fucked a lot of people up right there.
Yeah. Nobody knows what to think.
Like how fucked that would it be if it was just like, I'm gonna go out this way. I'm just gonna say that. You know, and it's fuck, you just fucked a lot of people's lives up with that fucking comment. Yeah, damn, that's fuck.
But then again, maybe him saying that was a way of salvation, because now people like that were believers and whatever. He was like, oh wait, he said he was wrong on his deathbed. Yeah, I need to not follow whatever he was preaching before. So, you know, there could be a whole other thing to that.
Yeah. That's real fascinating to me, though, when I see a lot of people. Of course, I watch a lot of YouTube, you know. People are like, I was Christian, now I'm atheist, or I was atheist, and now I'm Christian, you know. And a lot of them listen to their story, you know, and it's just like, dude, it's mind-blowing, you know. Yeah. That, like, you just got, like, an extreme, the conviction's strong. You're just like, no, I'm Christian because of X, Y, Z. Or I'm not because of X, Y, Z. And I'm just like, I know I talked about Brandon because Brandon's atheist. Is a buddy of mine, and I was just telling him, I was like, look, man, I respect where you're at. You know, I was just like, and I'm not gonna put anything on you. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. I was like, I just wish one day you would get a blessing like I did.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. That's all I ask for you.
Well, my best friend is he's going for his master's in psychology right now, and he does not believe, right? Yeah. But the coolest part about him, dude, is he'll call me and he'll be like, hey, I'm learning about this. What is the Christian worldview on this? And I was like,
oh, that's cool.
I got you. And so, yeah, no, it's really cool to have those friends because, like, you're the light. Mm-hmm. You're going to be the light. And whether you want to be or whether you don't want to be, there's going to be a moment in their life where they need something more than themselves and anybody else around them, and we're all going to have the answer. Yeah. You know, and so just, you know, we want Brandon to meet somebody, man. Yeah, that's it, dude.
No, it'd be cool shit because I mean, we've had as of right now, what I can remember, we've had 3 people that I want to say not exactly your same story. Yeah, you know, but got pretty fucking close. Yeah, you know, and it's mind blowing to me because the way you saw him then to where you see him now. Yeah, and it's just like, hey, you're so articulate in the way you speak that if you told me you were atheist or the other way, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what happened? And I try not to get too deep with them, you know, because I'm like, they have their conviction. Whatever it is that happened to them, happened to them. Yeah. I just think it's cool. Yeah, it is. Because I'm like, damn, dude, you're like, you went knee deep in it, you know, you're knee deep in it. And I just, it really, how can I put it? It really bolsters my curiosity. Because I'm like, maybe I need to be picking up a book. You know, maybe I'm going to check out this movie, you know, you're talking about. Yeah. But it's just that, you know, it's really cool because I'm like, I don't want to be missing out. Even though I have a real bad case of FOMO. Oh, you know, me too. It's horrible. Yeah. So when somebody's like, oh, man, I read this and it was so cool. And I'm like, fuck. Am I missing something out?
Yeah. What's cool, I mean, we've had, man, I don't even know. We've had multiple, what are we? This is 170. This is episode 172. Yeah. I don't even know how many different times the subject has actually come up in a lot of our conversations. Yeah. And I think it's cool because, I mean, maybe somebody out there that's listening. It's actually like take something, like I've said that before too, you know, like somebody out there is listening, they take something from this and we actually had a positive effect on somebody versus our drinking.
Because it's one of those.
No, so here's the thing is I actually have come to the conclusion, like, this is not necessarily sinful in its nature, right? Like if we're getting schlossed every night, that's another story, dude. But clearly you look up the original of where it says they drank wine together. It has alcohol in it. Don't let anybody tell you it didn't. They're liars, dude. And so the thing is like, I told my little brother, my youngest brother, his name is also Matthew, and he was telling me, he was like, I just don't feel comfortable talking about Jesus. I said, I'll be your brother, have a beer with you, and still talk to you about Jesus, man. Yeah. And so now till this day, we still talk about Jesus. You've got there's an old saying, it's you got to meet them on the curb, man. Yeah. They're sitting there, you sit right next to them. That's right. Dude. Yeah. Yep. So
you know what, man, that's saying right there. That's a real saying. I mean, it goes back to whenever I was in prison. Yeah. Sitting literally the worst time of my life. Mm-hmm. And this guy that the only thing I can tell you about him is he was a black guy, you know, and in that.
Oh my God, you had a bedazzled moment?
I had a bedazzled moment. It was a black guy in bedazzled, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I seriously thought about
that. But that's the only, I can't picture his face. I don't know his name, anything about him other than I remember he was a black guy. And then especially to be in the prison situation where there's this whole it's just the whole construct of it's racist, you know what I mean? Like you just don't, you don't hang out with those guys, whatever. You stick to your race. That's the way it is in prison. Mm-hmm. But for him to come up to me and us have this whole full-on conversation about the Bible, like that wasn't an accident. Yeah. That didn't, for no reason at all. There's a reason behind it. Yeah. Behind all of it.
Yeah, I gotta go talk to Abraham and stop his chingaderas.
It worked. Yeah. I mean, granted, I fought back a lot because I'm hard-headed. Yeah. Especially at that time, like 26-year-old me was way different than 45-year-old me. Like those are two different people completely. You know, it's just I don't even recognize that guy anymore. Like I don't.
Hey, that's crazy. I don't remember though.
I'm glad you didn't. You wouldn't. I think you met me like maybe once or twice back then, and
you guys are related, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I married to
That's
his
so
cousin.
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was different. It was just different.
Yeah, it was
Like I didn't talk to him. I didn't. Like, yeah, I've been with Amy, 21 years?
Yeah. It was like, if you knew me back then, it was like bad news.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
There's Abraham and his stripper girlfriend.
Or something.
Again.
Again. It's a different one.
But no, yeah, we didn't. I mean, I would say hi to him, but we never carried the conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I talked more
I
to
mean,
your
not
brother.
cool, but like cool. Like,
No, it probably was a good thing, though, because then it all worked out
Yeah, at the end.
at the end the way it should have.
that's,
The way it was probably going to anyway.
that's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needed
There was
to have
a
his
plan?
bedazzle moment.
There was a
There was a plan.
There was a
There was a
plan.
plan.
It's like, damn, we're going to put him in a room and they can talk about bullshit.
Yeah,
Aliens and fucking religion and all types
Yeah.
of shit.
I seriously believe there's probably more to what we're doing here than what we even think about it. You know, because
Yeah.
sometimes I think about it, I'm like, what are we even doing?
Yeah. All of it's so curious to me, with all the, because at the beginning, when I first started this, I wanted to do this like once a month or once every fucking 3 months, was have somebody in here that was a completely different religion.
Yeah.
And I was like, explain to me your religion. Because, I mean, there's so much out there. There's so much out there. And I'm just like, I don't care about who's right, who's wrong. At the end of the day, I was like, whatever you want to call them. You call them whatever your religion calls them. But I'm
Goyim.
like, Cthulhu, whatever you want to call them. At the end of the day, I think we just have all different words for the same creator.
Sure.
I may be wrong. I don't know. That's just the way I pick up on it.
I can follow.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
I can follow 100%. I understand what you're
yeah.
saying.
And I'm like, some people just get fucking a little wonky with it. Just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they get wonky. I don't know how other way to explain it. But just to sit there, because I'm curious. I'm just like, what makes you believe what you want to believe, or believe that you believe? Like the fucking like right now, Buddhism, man. It's kind of fascinating. I don't buy a lot of it, the whole reincarnation and stuff like that. Who knows? It'd be kind of cool because this shit rocks.
Yeah.
Unless I come back like a fucking snail, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, you made a lot of mistakes if you're coming back as Snell, bro.
I think it's crazy how, like, depending on where you're born at, is you're gonna follow the religion of that family or that culture that you're born into. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to do with you. Sometimes personally, I mean, yeah, it does, because once you get old enough, you can venture off your own way. But a lot of people stick to whatever they grew up knowing. Which I had this conversation with my wife the other day, and we were talking about. I don't even remember what the subject we were talking about, but I was just like, isn't it crazy how we are born in the United States at this time, the time that we grew up, and at the same time, some kid was born in Somalia, and where it's a shithole, like.
Yeah.
That kid has no chance from the get-go. Like, what are the chances?
Yeah.
How, we could have been born there just as easily. Like, it just doesn't. It's so crazy to me, the way it all kind of. I mean, across the whole world, you have all these different religions, you have all these different cultures, and everybody has a different way of life. Afghanistan. Yeah. God. I feel so bad for the kids that are born, little boys that are born over there. It's terrible.
Yeah.
You're talking about reincarnation with Buddhism. Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody if you go back to reincarnation, maybe somebody was a real piece of shit, and that's where they got born.
It blows my mind with all that, because like you're saying, you're born here, they're born in Somalia, some kind of fucked up third world country. There's people that are born in fucking islands that never even saw a fucking plane. There's uncharted tribes and stuff like that. But then you sit there and you kind of study their religion, and they all come back to a creator. It's like every single one of them. They're just like, damn. Some of them get a little wonky.
Have you seen that study though? I don't mean to interrupt.
No.
Have you seen that study that they show that if like a worldview precipitates something, then even native islands start precipitating the same belief system. It has nothing to do with people going there or anything else. It just has to do with the human mind.
Wow.
And that's what they.
Okay, that's fucking
conclusion.
mind blowing. Yes, it's mind blowing.
Like an experiment.
Yes, that's an experiment. They did that with monkeys and they did it with rats.
Oh no way.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking mind blowing. So what they did, like, I guess just to make rats, for instance, right? So they took a ton of fucking rats and they made 2 tunnels. That was basically a maze. One side's dark, one side they have the light on. Okay, so the one with the light on, if they tried to go through the fucking maze, they would get shocked.
Yeah,
and then it would come back. The maze, the dark side, was fucking was safe. It was just dark. You had to, it took fucking. I want to say, it took like what did they say at the very most? It was like 193. What they average these rats to go through. It's like, hey, don't go through the lighted one. Go through the dark one. Okay. Up to of course they redid this experiment over and over and over to different generations.
Yeah.
So they got to like the 20th generation, and these kids were completing the same maze in an average of 14, 15 attempts. And it's crazy, right? So I was like, damn, it's almost like they're learning this through genetics.
Yeah.
But then again, that doesn't answer all the questions, right? So of course, and I'll just fast forward to another experiment they did where they were teaching these monkeys. It's like, hey, we're going to give you a fruit, but we're going to wash the fruit first.
Wash it, yeah.
Wash it, and then you can eat it.
Uh-huh.
Well, when they did that, simultaneously, when those monkeys learned how to do it, monkeys all around the world started doing it.
Dude, yeah, no, and it's crazy. They did it. They found that out with humans, and they all led to believe in a creator, and that kind of blows my mind.
It's just like, are we all sharing the same consciousness?
And that gets into a whole nother subject, man. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I have some other beliefs like Nikola Tesla, and like just like the ether and stuff like that. Those are personal. But I do believe that like there's definitely like a vibe or a force that is actually trying to draw us all together despite how much we try to be apart. Yeah. I choose to call it Jesus Christ. You can call it the universe or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they keep doing these experiments and they keep finding that like for some reason everybody flows. We all flow, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, I totally believe it, man. Because I always told my kids, right? It's like, you ever just be around a group of people and you're just like, you feel sad.
Yeah.
If you're just like, when someone's mad, you don't have to. It's like, damn, dude, what's up with Abraham today?
The energy.
The energy's off,
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're just fucking collectively. We're a collective mind, man. It has to be. It has to be.
We're a hive mind.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I like that.
The hive mind.
The hive mind. Yeah.
It's got to be something like that. Like whatever you want to call it. I think we just if we can all come together and just be fucking one happy, cohesive fucking group of people. I think we all be.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I guess we just gotta find the same understanding that we're all fucking. I guess. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it because it's weird. It's weird, right? Like you got 9 billion people on this planet.
Uh-huh.
How do you bring them all together? Aliens.
Yeah. New World Order.
There you go. It's like, who said that, right? It's like we need an alien invasion so we can all just fucking come together.
Yeah, no. Have you ever seen that South Park episode where the aliens, they deliver a bunch of fake currency and they're like figure it out, right?
Yes.
Sometimes, and then they like come back and they're like, this currency literally meant nothing. We were testing your planet. Sometimes in the back of my brain, I'm like, that's Bitcoin, dude.
Yeah.
Like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's the dollar, actually.
I mean,
It doesn't
essentially,
actually have any.
No value.
It's just in your head that it's worth something.
Yeah. Yeah. And
What's the value we give it? It's like, hey, I'm going to give you $1 fucking for my time.
Because before things were traded on salt, gold, and silver, you can actually do something with those things. You can make stuff out of them. Mm-hmm. You can't make shit with the dollar.
Yeah. Well, we're so far in this fucking quantitative easing debt bullshit that we got. It literally sucks. I don't know what's coming.
Here it goes.
I don't know what's coming, man. But I'm telling you, there's going to be. When does SpaceX go public?
Oh yeah,
This
I
month?
was reading about that.
Next week. Next week, I think.
Next week? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, and this is just my opinion. There's other shit that I've been listening to, right? There's going to be a massive transfer in wealth.
Oh, huge.
Huge. Like
To the working class? Or
No. We're about to get fucked over.
I think they're gonna.
Fucked over.
I think
Yeah.
they're gonna do away with the middle class, and it's gonna be back to either
Peasants
Yeah.
or
peasants
not.
I
and the
think
ultra
what's-
rich.
yeah. I think what's happening, man, there's a pump and dump that's happening.
Essentially,
Tesla.
with us.
How is it valued 90 times more than its actual company? It's in the last year, fucking Tesla or whatever the fuck, Elon Musk's company lost $5 billion last year.
Yeah.
It's been losing. I think in the past 5 years, it's lost $20 billion.
Mm-hmm.
how the fuck is it going to be valued at almost $1.52 trillion?
So the reason why Elon Musk always wins in this situation, we actually were talking to this like stockbroker who was like trying to sell us some stuff on some. Anyway, and he was telling me that Elon Musk has a trick that apparently nobody's ever realized. So Boring Company, and SpaceX actually are going together. Merge in my understanding, right? That way, Boring Company can come up a little bit, and SpaceX will have a public offering. So they're going to merge and then become public. And he's done that. He did that with Tesla, right? And that's essentially how he makes his money. Is he develops a really shit company, and then he develops one that's kind of okay that people are interested in. He merges the two, and then somehow he makes money out of that, dude. And he's like a genius for that in like the stockbroker
But they're also changing the fucking rules while they're doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, with
absolutely.
You saw where they lowered the limit. What is it? I can't remember what the fuck it was called. But I know, like when you trade for like Charles Schwab, you had to have $25,000.
Oh yeah.
Right, to fucking openly trade.
Oh yeah.
Now it's only $2,000.
Yeah.
Where I'm like,
hell, now you can go onto like Robinhood and just buy fractions of it, or you can get a basket, what they call like a basket trade. I can't remember the full term, but it's called a basket, and it's basically you're buying fractions of all these huge, like a little bit of Apple, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I mean? So you're just buying fractions of it, so you don't have to come in with $25,000.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, that rule has been changed. I guess was it a couple weeks ago, where they're all of a sudden you can do that because you can still buy the. I don't know exactly. I'm not going to get into the fucking weeds about it because I don't really know. But something like they're changing the fucking rules, man. Now your 401k is going to be tied into this whole fucking whatever this shit is going on. Like there's a lot of information that's going on, and the more that it happens, I'm like, fuck. You know, when I heard Carl Schwab from fucking
from BlackRock or the WHO,
the World Health Organization.
Wait, no, I'm lying. World Economic Forum.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's like he'll have trillions at his disposal. And I'm like, you know, because all that shit plays back to me. I'm like, this motherfucker, bro. It's like I don't. Yeah. It's hard to say, hey, man, I don't fucking subscribe to the Bible. But the more and more I see shit happening, I'm like, fuck. All right, is there an Antichrist coming? Absolutely. Is he there? Is he fucking like? Of course, right? People are like, well, why would it happen in my lifetime? Why wouldn't it happen in my lifetime?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it happen right now? Especially the way shit's
right
going.
now, there's more things in place for it to happen in our lifetime than ever before. Like, I remember as a kid, like thinking, like this is like in the 80s as a kid. I mean, I grew up kind of in the church, and I just remember thinking about some of the things that they would tell us, and I was like, nah, that could never happen. Like, there's too many. The United States is the biggest Christian, not no more. It's not.
No.
And then like some of the things that are happening around, like the one world currency, that could absolutely happen tomorrow if they wanted it to.
It's happening.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. But as a kid, it's like, no, there's no way, Like back in the 80s, it didn't seem possible. Yeah. Now it's like we're on the brink of it, a one world government, just like what you said. What would bring the entire world under one government? Aliens. Because everybody is going to unite and be like, it's us against them.
Which is kind of,
that's what would do it.
It's a scheme.
Yeah, because I
mean, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because who's seen an angel? Who's seen a demon? Nobody. So if an alien shows up and I'm like, oh, they're fucking overlords, and I'm like, man, are they angels and demons in disguise, or demons in disguise?
Absolutely,
I'm like, who would know?
Which is another thing. Like we were talking about some of these things that we see online, like reels and other podcasts, and just different people that are out there that have a platform to talk. Mm-hmm. Who's to say that those are not demons that are trying to confuse us or change our minds about one thing or the other?
Yeah. Who knows? I know we're not paid for, so
yeah.
This is actually a really cool standpoint. If you read the book of James, it says it doesn't necessarily refer to the Antichrist as being a single individual. It refers to it as a group of people. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I firmly believe that is because Romans, we refer back to Romans, it says we're in this world, but we're not part of it, man. And so, I believe that those forces and those things that were planned and plotted against us to make us believe that these things, like the aliens and the financial worries and everything else, right? I believe that those were all plotted against us to keep us flat Earth. Earth. Whenever it comes down to your salvation, it doesn't matter if the Earth is a triangle, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So if we think of it not as an individual antichrist. If we put our mindset out of that and we think about it as like a woke group of people that may or may not also own every business possible and try and just like ruin actual values as people, we start seeing things that are actually important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, golly, man, there's so much. But I don't think that the Antichrist is an individual. I don't think it's going to be somebody that just comes in. Yeah, it has to be a group. It has to be a group that not only just like not necessarily always forces themselves, but maybe weaves their way in there. So we always have to be on alert, you know. Wolf in sheep's clothing, all that stuff, you know. But
so it's just a big old council sitting at the very top.
Pretty much is what I think, dude.
One guy from fucking Pepsi, the other guy from fucking General Mills.
Nestle.
He says the bitches.
I think that's Pepsi. Nestle owns
Nestle
owns Nestle.
Rothschilds,
fucking Elon Musk about to sit on that board too.
Yeah, he's up there, dude. He's just a Ponzi for the rest of them, dude. And like, poor guy.
Like the more and more I see it play out, I'm just like, what the fuck is really going on? Like now you see like all these fucking the screw worm just made it into Texas, you know, and I'm just like
Lone Star tick, bro.
The Lone Star tick. It's almost like, hey man, pestilence is in full swing.
That's all in the Revelations right there. I mean, it's talking about there's going to be wars and rumors of war.
Yeah.
What's happening right now? Same thing. Diseases and plagues.
Yeah.
It's happening right now.
Yeah. No. And what really annoys me though, I may be wrong, but I feel like people have a misconception of what's up with the screw worm. Like it's not a virus. It's a fucking bug.
So like in the Bible,
it's a fly.
Yeah. In the Bible it said locust, but it couldn't have. I mean, in today's world, you know, maybe locust back then, but it could be the screw worm.
Yeah.
Right.
You know now.
Yeah. People are so frantic though. They're like, oh, I'm not gonna buy meat from fucking such and such. I'm like, it's not a fucking virus, man. It's not passing this shit.
Yeah.
It's a fly.
It's just killing the animals. Yeah.
And I'm just like, people are so like it's gonna spread like COVID. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, it's not. Fucking chill out. The fucking cow's still good. It's just the fucking.
Just cut around it?
Yeah, just cut around. Cut that shit off.
Come on, dude. Yeah. Good.
You know, it's because I mean, I don't know exactly how bad this bitch is gonna get. I feel like it's gonna get bad before it
today.
Gets
they got their 5th case. Fredericksburg.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday was the 4th case. It was in Andrews County.
Oh goddamn.
Yeah.
Good.
So it's already like I think the first case was in East Texas somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this fly
the first case in Texas.
Yeah.
Or the United States and Texas, I guess, was in East Texas.
Yeah. So they basically just lay their larva in an open wound, right? That's what they do. So fucking throw a Band-Aid on it and you're good. Like it's not going to land on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So it's got to be an open wound. You got to be a cut, scrape, something that they can.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
But
basically,
it's not-
you need to just watch your animals. You know, if you
Yeah.
have a, because I do know it can infect dogs. So if you have a dog that's infected, you have to keep an eye on that infection, or not infected, but it's got an open wound.
Yeah,
There
open
go.
wound.
You
yeah.
need to keep an eye on that.
So it's like you're not going to go there and fucking graze up against the wound and bam, you got fucking screw worm.
Yeah,
no,
no.
that's not the way it happens.
No.
Dude, you got to see fucking TikTok. Everybody's fucking.
Bro,
freaking
it's
out.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's so bad, man. And like I just
Is that hysteria?
the whole Lone Star tick thing that also happened, bro. I was down in Menard and I got bit by one like literally like a month and a half ago or something like that, dude. I have been fine ever since. I literally got the tick off. I went and took a bath. I made sure that I had no more on my body. And it wasn't like, because the alpha gal syndrome actually scared me as a person. Like, I want to eat a steak, dude.
Hell yeah.
You know, like, I want a fucking steak, dude. I don't want that.
Yeah.
But whenever all that happened, I was freaking out a little bit. I was like, dude, what am I going to do? And so I looked up all these methods and stuff, and I was like, we're going to see what God has planned. You know, back to God. Sorry. But anyway, here we are a month and a half later, and I don't.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm good to go. I think there's a lot of, man, it's the same thing. Like, honestly, we went through it whenever we were younger. We just didn't realize we were going through it. Or our parents did whenever they would watch the news, and they would only show the bad shit, dude.
Yeah,
that's what we're trained
But
to see.
you don't have to go so far because you can
like
literally just get inundated with all the bad shit.
Yeah.
all day long.
Yeah. They're like, oh, fucking, I mean, you hear all the bad shit. I'm like, well, it's because you didn't have it at your fucking fingertips. You heard it as you heard it. The accents are still the same.
Yeah.
You know, everything's still the same. It's just people are freaking the fuck out, and it makes me laugh because I'm like, just chill the fuck out. You know, with the alpha-gal syndrome, you know, like how many of those are asymptomatics? Like, say you did get bit by it, you know, and how many people are getting bit by it, but you're only going to be reporting like the bad cases. Hey, this motherfucker can't have anything dairy, or he can't have any meat.
Yeah.
But like, at how many people? How many people got bit by the
There you
roast
go.
duck?
Let's look at the whole statistic.
Exactly.
Just
like,
as an
what
entire-
blew me away was fucking polio. You know, I'm like, or what was the one that got in those Mennonites out in West Texas? Was that polio? Measles.
Measles, I think.
Was it measles?
Yeah.
Like, when you come to find out how many of the people that actually get fucking measles are asymptomatic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck? That's so mind blowing.
Yeah.
But then again,
They focused on
the bad, on the very bad.
The worst of it, yeah.
But I'm like, look at their ADHD rate or their fucking, the extra chromosome. What's that called?
Down syndrome.
Down syndrome. How many of those cases actually go around fucking those kind of communities? Almost zero.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's just coming down to like stigma. Like, for instance, HIV.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Being uneducated about what you think it is. Oh, it's only this and that. But when you really do the education and understanding of it, it's not like something that anybody could just catch. You know, it's not something
Don't
like
breathe
that.
on me.
Or yeah, exactly.
They used to think you could get polio through the phone.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so my ex-wife,
yeah.
her grandma had polio, and they used to think you could get it through the phone, dude. It was crazy. It was I hear the stories about it from grandma, and it was nuts, dude. Anyway, but I want to do something weird with you guys, man. Would you mind if I just prayed for us?
No, absolutely, man.
Heck yeah,
Let me
man.
Let me
All
close
right.
this.
All right. Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, man, we are truly grateful to just be gathered here today. We pray that you are in this room and with these people, in every heart and every mind that listens. God, we want you to just guide and direct us. If we don't know you, we pray that we come to know you. If we know you a little bit, but we want to know you more, we want to know you all the way. We want to step in with our faith and step out of our logic sometimes so we can come to trust in your love. And we appreciate everything you continue to do for us. And we say things in your holy name. Amen.
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 Thanks, guys.
Ryan, thank you so much for coming on, man. I
very
do
much.
appreciate it.
Oh, God.
Hold on, we're going to sign off right now.
Yeah, we're going to sign off. Hey, guys, thank you for listening. And, hey, we'll catch y'all next week. What it do?